God damn it, Squeaky.
I didn't do anything. That's not me. That's actually not me.
Sure, it's not.
How dare you, Squeaky?
I know whenever you exasperate, you have a manly tone that kind of sounds like Deco. Oh, wait, Deco, so I probably shouldn't say manly, but you get the gist.
How dare you? Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Summoner Blue, as well as Cleric Pink and Orange, Monk of the Orange.
I didn't get any reward from that Sea of Thieves session.
You should have stayed in for the whole of it.
I tried, but remember, I disconnected.
Oh right, you did disconnect. I took off with a rowboat at the end of it and kept everything for myself because I'm a pirate.
Oh yeah, okay. For a minute I was like, what are we talking about? And I'm like, oh yeah,
Did you know
Sea of
the
Thieves.
Phantom Thieves?
The fucking Krakens, though, with an S.
That was beautiful.
Hey guys, how you guys doing? Han already donated $10, but that was before I said that he could, so maybe I'll keep it away from him.
Give it to me. I need money.
We'll have to see. I'll have to see. Let me look and see what his amazing message was. For Yome. You know, like he always puts down. I love you, Han. I'm playing around. Give five inspiration. Thank you very much, my dude. Much appreciated. Much appreciated.
Hey, a new guy.
Ah.
Did you know the Phantom Thieves?
Cyan Gemini just did a resubscribe after Han also did a resubscribe. Both of them. Han's been subscribed for 6 months in a row. Cyan Gemini's been for a full 9 months in a row. Heck yeah, my dude. That's 9 months in a row. That's a stream baby. Except I think we already have a stream baby, Han or Cyan Gemini, because I think we got it on the 9th month because you have 12 in total, but you have 9 in a row. It's really weird. It's really weird how we have to count that. But oh well. No babies. With that being said, thank you very much for the resub, guys. Let's go ahead and give Yome her 5 inspiration, her daily allowance from her dad.
Thank you, Han.
There you go. But with all that being said, my dudes, lots of things happened last game, and lots of things happened in between the games. I wasn't really conscious of anything happening between the games because I've been so busy trying to redo all of my Pokemon stuff, as well as starting up a new campaign that's going to be happening on Wednesday. So, you know, I've been a little bit busy for the past, week and a half, but everything's fine. But...
I've been working on a body
just you?
I've been working on a body pillow.
But... our boys
Forget
leveled
that.
up last game.
Woo.
Everybody was able to get themselves some new stuff. Some new things. Some new stuff things. I don't know where I was going with that. But with 2 people now being in these games and not a lot of stuff to really go around, I thought I'd be generous with this level up and get you guys up to a certain standard, up to a certain level. And I realize now after saying all that I really fucked up on one thing and one thing alone. So we're gonna need these again wherever I put them so that people don't yell at me. I don't know where they went, so people are just gonna have to yell at me. Curses. So
What are we looking for again? I'm eating.
well, don't worry about it. You don't have to worry about it. As long as you guys don't notice something's wrong, then everything will be fine. But let's go to each of you guys and see what all you guys got. So, Bug Vader.
Yeah.
You got to level up. You decided to put 1 more point in your speed, maxing it out at 6. You also decided to put 2 points in your data, giving you an extra HP. Pretty good,
Sweet.
pretty good. And as of this level, first off, we have these little counter thingies that I'm using for the Avatar game, but I wanted to use it for this game too because it's really good for counting AC. And I thought that was really good. You give you guys a number just to look at and be like, oh, how much HP you have? 17. Does that hit? Yeah, sure. So it's these little things. You can press them and they go up and down. So it's gonna be great. We got it. It's a nice little thing here. But other than that, Bug Vader, you also have this little thing over here. Do you want to come over here and flip it?
Oh, come on.
You want to come over here and flip it, Bug Vader? Fuck you. Just play the game. I'll kill you.
I'm almost finished.
I'll kill you. Flip the thing!
Okay. Toggles lock. There we... wait, hold on. That's not flipping at all.
There you go.
Did you know the Phantom Thieves? Ryuji!
So, thank you very much, Lonzo, for the resubscription. That's ninth in a row. That's 2 in a row, but 9 total. You do get a stream baby. What's our stream baby called, Lonzo? Tell me what that is. Anyway, Bug Report, which is your new ability. Passively, the user is able to see severely infected devices as if they have sparks emitting from them or their cyber bodies, as long as the infected devices and viruses, devices viruses are able to be detected. You already kind of had this ability last game. I kind of teased it a bit when you guys were in the fight over at the cinema. You were able to see all those devices that were infected, and only you were able to do that. However, this also has an active ability. You're able to actively use this to scan for things even if they can't be seen whenever you know something's around or like you want to make sure something's not around with a successful scan roll. Also, any cyber being that is under the effects of your bug cage will allow you to gain 1 AP for that round. So anytime you have somebody in a bug cage, you'll get 1 extra action that round, which is pretty good. It's pretty good. It's pretty good, my dude. You have 3 uses of the active ability. And that's you, man. Head over toward Yome. Yome, you also have a couple of things. First off, you as well gain 2 data and 1 speed. The exact same points that that Bug Vader put in his, which did give you another extra HP up here. You as well also still have this AC counter down here. The reason that Will has 17 currently is because 17 is the current max on the AC. He should actually have, looking at his stuff, he should have 20 if we go based on pure stats. But the way we have things set up is that some of their data is still kind of hard coded and buggy. So the maximum they are allowed to have is 17 currently. But
I get it, buggy.
But Yome currently has a 2 in defense and a 3 in speed, so she has a 15 in her AC. With one extra HP, like I already said, and you also got one of these things. Why don't you flip it over?
Flip it.
Cause I bug.
Oh, here you go.
There you go. You got the ability called Scrapjack. What Scrapjack does is when defeating a virus, you may use this ability. We have 3 uses of it. To guarantee a drop from it. This drop is rolled off the virus table, ignoring 1s, because 1s make more viruses show up, you see. That's why I'm just going to ignore the 1s.
Joker, look.
And this does not stop regular rolling for defeating viruses, so you can also get other drops. So I can roll for the regular drops, you can use this to guarantee a drop, and you can get 2 things. When fighting a cyber being, you can also use this to temporarily hack into its coding, forcing it to roll a sync roll against your data roll. If you succeed, you gain 1 AP until the end of your next round, and they lose 1 AP until the end of their next round. So it's like you're kind of stealing a bit of their area, a bit of their stuff they can do. Timana King just gave $20. Says, so how about them watermelons? Also, it's Inspiration of Vader. All right, cool. We can give Inspiration of Vader. Throwing some things over here. Also, we don't talk about watermelons here. How dare you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. With that being said, how actual dare watermelons? Can't believe you. Because of your levels up, you also get a couple of other things. One thing is, you guys each will be gaining 2 more maximum HP.
Oh, hell yeah.
Bringing your current HP that is not affected by your stats to 6. However, again, Bug Vader, you have 4 of them that are affected by your stats. So, currently, Bug Vader, you have as much HP as Blitzman has.
Hell yeah.
Look at you in that 10 HP.
Now we can tackle each other and not kill me.
And Squeaky, you are only 1 behind, I believe. I believe you're going to be at 9 HP.
Yee.
So putting that there. You can see that they're slightly different colored, depending on which ones you gain from stats and which ones you don't. I'll probably end up changing the ones you gain from stats to like have a different color altogether. But this is just a little kind of temporary fix. With all of that being said, you guys also gained some reg memory over the course of the last game. What reg memory does, and we've already kind of mentioned that, is that you guys are able to create or make regular chips be kind of on you guys at full times. Your regular chip gives you a stat bonus as well as a free use of that chip once as and can be recharged after a certain amount of time. There are 3 chips you guys can currently choose for those, but we'll get to those in a minute. You guys have already made your choices, but we'll get to those in just a moment. with all of that being said, and everything having been said there, Alan had a couple of changes as well. Alan gained 1 charm from all of his social interactions. He as well gained 1 programming from successfully using the program that he was using and not like freaking out too much over it, and gained 3 stress over the course of the last 2 games. So he's fine.
Yay.
He's a good boy.
Let's go, stress boy. Let's go.
He's still in the single digits, which is still fine. He's still in the single digits.
Boo.
As well as Alan may have something else that is going on for him, but we'll get to that in just a little bit. Squeaky, would you like to go over what happened last time? Because I'm pretty sure that Will won't.
Do you want to test Will anyway?
Will, what happened last game?
Thank you.
For crying out loud. I'm
See,
trying to
I told you we
create
won't do it.
Art.
I told you
But
we wouldn't
fine,
fucking do
I
it.
will. Last time. I'm actually trying to remember.
I love the just like last time.
Okay, so we started. Last game was the one where Alan started to. Well, I know what I was doing with Lotus and all that. Did Alan do the date last game, or was that the game before?
That was last game.
Yeah.
Okay, so we did that. Let's see. I believe Yome and Savannah had a bunch of interactions.
No. She wasn't even here.
Okay, not Savannah. Oh, John, that was her
There you
name.
go.
There you go.
Sorry, I'm getting the names confused.
No,
My
it's
bad.
fine. It's fine.
Then Dr. Wiley came in. Okay.
Uh-huh. Good so far.
You guys
Good
tell
so
me
far.
how he does while I go die in the bathroom.
Okay. Fuck. I have to continue. Okay. No stress or anything, just...
No, 0 stress at all.
Why do I have a stress stat? Why is it going up? Anyway. Okay. Well, I had the whole thing with the Lotus, where I found out about Lotus's master and the complications with that.
Mm-hmm. What happened from that? What was the conclusion of that little scene?
That everything is fine.
Mm-hmm.
But no. Vader is going to be visiting Lotus around 9 p.m. every night. Well, not 9. Fuck. 7?
7.
Alright. I was close.
It was either 7 or 6, but I can't really remember, so I'm not gonna expect you to remember.
Alright. And then... Let's see. I'm having a hard time remembering the Yome stuff.
That's right. Zeronian Entity said, definitely not 6, she said. Do not come at 6. You can come at 7 and after.
Oh, yeah. And that was because... I didn't say this out loud, but that was because... There's stuff earlier she doesn't want me involved with, and there's implications that there's some seedy shit going on.
What are you talking about? That's just... She doesn't want you to be there at 6 is all.
Yeah.
It's perfectly fine. But yes, afterwards, that was what happened whenever you went off on your own with your copy bot. The others had gone with Alan off to his date. Yome had gotten her own copy bot and went off with Chillfox. Upon going into the section, she was able to talk a lot with John, and she was able to talk a decent bit with Chillfox, figure out some things about them, as well as some different ways on how the two of them kind of tick. John seemed to be trying her best to get on to Yome's good side, having basically said that she didn't want things to get off on the wrong foot, especially now that she does believe what happened with Alan. And once Alan had completed that big date, it was kind of insinuated that he had told her that he wasn't really looking into a relationship, and that she was very much somewhat slightly upset over it for a bit, but then seemed very fine with it as she left. You guys walked her home. Upon walking her home, she went back off into her building. You guys noted that Chill Fox did not go with her because, again, her family does not like copybots. You also learned that that she wants to now really badly go into the park at night and figure out what happened before, and see if she couldn't figure out what happened with Alan as far as the clothing incident that happened. But you guys convinced her not to go in there, at least as of right now. But she seemed to still have that interest going through her. Upon getting back, you guys had met with Alan's dad, who was actually at home for once in his life. As you guys kind of gave a little bit of talk with him, he seemed to enjoy the fact that Yome mentioned that she bought her outfit with her own money. He was very much happily teasing about how, you know, obviously that's your money in Net Navi and not, you know, your NetOps money. Of course, you're correct. But he seemed to approve at the very end, even though he mostly all he did was tease and walk away. Alan seemed to go to bed, and whenever you guys had loaded down to update the day before with Alan's new updating program, none of you guys woke up for almost 16 hours.
Cross backstory.
As you missed the entire day, Alan basically the entire time thinking that he screwed up, thinking that he might have ruined you guys, wanting to open up your backup data. Luckily, Cross was able to keep him calm enough. Cross having the ability to sense vitals, one of the 2 cards that Cross has over here that shows her basically that you guys were fine. You guys were just updating. She seemed to try to make sure that everything was fine. You guys missed the one day that you guys had been wanting to go to for a while, the first day of virus busting. However, it is still just the first day of it. There's obviously going to be more classes of it.
No, this is the last one. Now we're ruined forever, and I don't want to go anywhere ever again.
As around after school, Alan basically was waiting for you guys to wake up. Cross was reassuring him you guys would, and after a bit, the 2 of you woke up from the updated file, and felt quite a bit stronger. And we'll hold on that until Squeaky comes back.
It was like the Steven Universe episode where Pearl was fucking out commission. There was a whole hollow Vader, and he wanted to kill Alan. It's a weird thing. If you love me, give me ho-oh.
If you love me, give me ho-oh?
Hose.
Oh.
Did Will do a good job?
No.
Oh.
He did did enough of a job. It's fine.
Okay.
He did enough of a job.
That's better than nothing. Or is that nothing?
He did enough of a job.
Okay.
As you guys have awoken from your slumbers, Alan looking very much like he's been waiting on you guys to wake up for quite a bit. Cross looking very much like she understood that you guys were about to wake up. She isn't surprised at all. Of course, again, because of the sense vitals, like we said, that Cross has. With that being said, Bug Vader, Yome, you guys wake up after your updates. As you guys do, you feel very much restless after waking up from your updates. You feel very confined. You feel like you want to move, but you really can't in your cyber bodies. You guys don't feel like you want to move. You want to go somewhere. You feel a lot of energy.
Like I always feel.
God, I want to move like Jagger.
Like Jagger? Who is
Oh.
Jagger?
I want to move like Jagger.
That's not how you do it. You have to connect all your ooh.
You're not the boss of me. Not anymore. Shoot.
Okay. All right then, you guys kill each other, and
To be moo, except not like that, but better because I'm not good at it either.
Why are you treating it like it's a song? I was just saying I want to move like that Jagger person.
I want to move like the Jagger virus.
Good morning, Alan.
Joker, look. We have,
Arag gave $2. Says, Will, can I give you a recommendation? Start taking physical notes to the beat. No, he don't have to take no physical notes. Will's fine the way he is. He's a
Physical
fine
notes of
boy.
what?
He's a fine, fine boy.
Oh, I am horrible with notes. I try, but then I forget while taking the notes.
He is a fine, fine boy. Don't even worry about it. Beats almost has fucking 50.
Yeah, of course he does.
Still don't even know what to do with those.
Of course he does. He'll give us a style. We'll give it to Caliber. That's it.
Perfect.
You mean the Excalibur? Excalibur from the United... Oh, stop.
You guys wake up. You call forth to Alan. Alan seemed to almost be in a bit of a daze as he looked forward. It's like, there you guys are.
Hmm?
And I will remind you, you guys understand entirely. There's no about it. You guys know you've been off for 16 hours.
Oh, okay.
I told you that at the end of the game last game. You guys.
Am I
100%
going to
know.
be late?
Joker,
Is there any-
look.
Alan,
We have
Alan,
No, we know we were being
it's
updated,
been almost 7.
Oh,
Oh,
all right then. Tamana King just gave $120.
holy
Oh,
crap.
shit.
Says a fate card for Vader and Yome. Well, Vader,
Thank
you now
you.
have back up to 4. So that's that. You
Now
there you
I'm
go.
back up to 4.
And Yome, you're back up to 4. How would you look at that? That's
Hey,
fucking
Will, should
great.
we both use the fake card at once?
Joker, look.
Unless you guys want to both explode right here in front of Alan and cause him to have probably double his stress, I would suggest you guys waiting for a good opportune moment.
Dude. Let's
Arad
do
gave $2. It says, what do you mean? Beat has 50. Oh, would you look at that? Beat does have 50. Perfect.
Okay, so...
Let's get through this scene before anything like that happens. Either way.
Okay. So we know we were updated. We know we've been down for 16 hours.
Yes. You know you missed basically an entire school day.
Well then, that was quite an update.
Cross again ensures you guys that she understood that you guys were fine and that she tried to let Alan know, but Alan, again being Alan, was very stressed out about it all day.
What time is it?
It is, I believe,
After school.
I believe it'd be
Oh, I don't care
around
about that.
5 o'clock for you guys.
Yeah.
He sees at 5 o'clock, gives a sigh of relief. At least I'm not going to break a promise that soon.
How are you guys feeling? Are you okay? Did I do anything wrong?
I feel fine.
You said we feel fine, right?
You guys feel fine? Again, though, you do feel very restless, very much like you want to move, like you have too much energy.
I feel almost overcharged, in fact. Like, I want to go and do something right now, but we don't have a copy bot.
Right now.
And we don't have enough people for the band.
The band?
The band? Oh, come on. Never mind.
I'm glad.
Are you alright?
Cross informs you that he was not really paying that much attention all day as he was worried about you guys. Luckily, she was able to get top marks in virus busting.
That is true. We did miss a test. Well, I guess we can't do anything about that now. But
Don't worry.
Cross
My
let
apologies.
everybody know while we were there that you guys were fine. I didn't know.
Well, I apologize for worrying you.
So, in other words, it's your lack of faith in yourself that made you... not feel there was
Cro-
correctness.
Cross woke up almost immediately, and the two of you didn't. I didn't know what to think.
That could be an early sign of alarm, if I could possibly be in your position, I think.
Either way, I didn't want you guys to, well, he looks over toward Cross and looks back to you guys. You said that you wanted to go somewhere?
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, I always want to go somewhere.
No,
like
I was
being-
more meaning you guys said that you were restless and you wanted to move. So
Oh.
he said you guys want to go. You guys said you wanted to go
Yeah.
somewhere.
Well,
Okay.
I already know what I want to do at 7, so
As for the rest of today, I didn't really have much planned. And now that we only have the last quarter of the day, I had thought actually about going to see Savannah. She was probably absolutely worried about me.
I was planning on, I mean, before everything that happened. He looks over.
I,
He just kind of like scratches at himself for a second. Like, I can take you guys somewhere. We could go wherever we need to.
As in out to town?
If you guys want, or I could just take you over to the. I could take you over to the. He just kind of just like motions outside in the direction over toward the station. I could take you to get a copy bot so you can go and see Savannah, or I guess you could go by yourself in the data. I don't.
I
have
think
to
she'd
take-
actually.
I have to take Cross. It's at this point that Cross interrupts him. Cross looks back to you guys, and over the course of the past couple of days, Cross has been hanging out with Alan a lot, and she'd also been kind of explaining to you guys a little bit about the hospital again. You guys have been there the past couple of days. But it appears like today she had made a decision, and she was talking to all the other people at school, and she had said her goodbyes to them as well, that she is going to be heading over toward the hospital to help out with things there, and also to find out what happened to the hospital whenever she was deleted before. And she'd been assuring Alan that you guys would wake up, because she said that if you guys didn't, then she'd stay around. She does all that explaining that I'm sure that Jake would love to do.
Yes.
Well, I never thought we'd get to a point where us Navis were able to dream. So if you have that ambition inside, then go for it, my friend.
She says that she's still tied to this PET, and she still considers herself Alan's Navi, but the people at the hospital had said that they could use her help. She has a bunch of data inside of her that came from the old hospital and could very much help out in restoring a lot of the files and things on some long-standing patients. She's going to be staying there, and if you guys ever need her, she could be back here at any time.
It is almost like an internship, is it not?
They did say that they would give her whatever she needs, so I think that upon doing so, she also said that they were going to help out with monetary things.
That's wonderful.
He looks over at Cross, and she nods, explaining that she's going to be making a wage while doing this.
Oh, that's amazing. A paid internship. How rare in this day and age.
She a very important nurse program.
Is that money gonna come back to us?
Who knows, man?
Fucking hope so. You're gonna go work, bitch. You better bring back a check.
As she does this, however, she gives a bit of a smile toward the two of you, and she walks over toward Alan. She brings up a bit of a screen in front of her, as she normally does, do the functions of the computer and the PET that's there. As Alan seems to look confused for a second, and actually somewhat surprised as something comes out of one of his disk drives.
I heard something
I
completely.
heard something come
Out of his disk
Fuck.
drives.
That's
Upon
what
that
they
happening,
call it.
upon that happening, disappears. Bing.
Oh, okay. Ow. Ow.
As she gives Alan what appears to be a battle chip that seems to have a copy of her data in it.
Hmm.
This is a battle chip. This is what Alan has gotten, by the way. This is from his level up. Alan has gotten the cross-check battle chip. What this is it's a reaction battle chip similar to the guard battle chip that he has. So he can use this as well as using another battle chip in a turn. This allows you guys to use any of Cross's 3 primary functions, any 2 of them, at any given time. However, just like any battle chip, it then goes on cooldown. So unfortunately, you can't really use it again directly afterwards. It allows a recover 1, a sense vitals, or a cover ally. Again, cover ally basically just being Cross shows up and takes half the damage for you. It's basically just an upgraded guard chip because the guard chip is the same way.
Cross will die for you.
Basically. As she hands that over, Alan looks to you guys. He seems to get a bit of a smile at it, and he mentions to you guys, if you guys want to go somewhere, we could go now, or do you guys need some time?
I feel rather restless right now. I do like the idea of going out. Is
And
your
that
father home?
fills his battle chips for now. What was that?
Is your father home?
Not yet, no. We sent him a message earlier today. He said he should be home tonight. But I'm not sure what exactly that means.
If it is 5 o'clock right now, and we consider tonight to be the nighttime after around 8 p.m., that would be a fair amount of time, about 3 hours.
I was supposed to take Cross over to the hospital whenever school let out, but I wanted to stay here and wait for you guys. So we're a little late on that.
Well, hospitals are open 24/7.
As long as I'm able to keep my promise, then we'll do whatever.
If you guys want to go to Savannah and want to go and check out the flower shop, then I could take Cross to the hospital and we can meet back together. You guys should still be able to message me through the PET if you need me.
Sounds good.
Then let's get out of here. Alan seems to pack up his battle chips. He seems to get himself ready to get up and go. He kind of stumbles a little bit as he gets up. He seems to have basically worried himself into a sitting position. He getting yourself up after you've been like sitting and like the blood isn't flowing right. He trips and falls. I'm kidding.
Oh, and don't forget my clothes.
I'm forgetting your clothes. Bye.
Yeah.
Bug is looking at Cross's thing and going,
Oh.
so we have functions like that.
Oh.
And he's just gonna give a sadistic smile as we transition scene.
Looking at Cross's thing, I see. Got it.
Her chap?
I'm guessing the battle chip, yes.
Sure, yes! I'm kidding, yes it was.
I'm going to suggest, since Alan has probably not gotten the other clothes completely together since yesterday, if you would want to get one of the other outfits you have made, or you have bought.
We don't have art of the other outfits. So let's just go with the first one again.
We don't have to have art of all the outfits, Squeaky.
Yes, we do!
See, Will gets
And
it.
I've mentioned to you before that Navis do sweat and things like that. Or the copy bots do that.
Exactly, so
We'll grab
more reason.
randomly picked outfit number 2.
There you go. Unless you want to have Savannah, like, around you with all your sweaty clothes, which she probably wouldn't care. I'm kidding.
Oh, hell yes!
But no. You pick out one of your remaining outfits. Alan gets that ready. It takes a little bit for you guys to do those things as Alan basically gets everything together. He keeps looking at the door to see if his dad shows up, but until you guys go to leave, he does not seem to show up at all. As he stands downstairs in front of the doorway, he looks back at you guys. It is around 5:30 at this point. He goes, we may be a little bit early for the flower shop stuff, but you guys can probably wander around and do whatever you want to in the copy box, as long as you don't go to any places that has any of that tape around. Are you sure you'll be Are you sure you'll be okay going over to Savannah's yourself, Yome?
I'm pretty sure I can remember where it is that she lives.
Mm.
And if I get lost, well, I'll just come back here and let you know that I got lost.
Have you been to Savannah's before?
We have her server address, and I think she gave us her address.
You have the server address. Nell gave you her address.
Okay, so yeah, I was pretty sure we were given her address.
You were given her server address.
Mm-hmm.
Looking over here, I'm sure that we have everything here. Nell server and Nell address, Toki server, Zenny, and Basic Buster. We don't have it actually down here, but yes, you have Savannah's server address.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to message her to try to get the address, or message Caliber and try to get it?
I'll just message Savannah. Just be like, hi. Do you want me to visit you? I'm on my way. I just don't know where you live. Want to go on a little date?
I'm on my way, and I'm barely able to contain myself. No, I'm kidding.
And barely close.
You message Savannah as you ask to head over to her place. You get a response. Basically, very excited response from the very regularly fonted message. It doesn't look like Caliber has put any personalization or anything onto it because he cannot. You get a do you want to meet somewhere?
Is your house not all right?
We can meet around the park, or we can meet at the school.
I am fine with whatever. The park can be fun. Is fine enough. I think we're both close.
Wonderful. See you there. How long? It doesn't matter. I'll be there first. You get no more responses.
Okay.
You know where you're going?
I am going to meet her at the park.
Outside of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you do remember the park being
Yeah.
dangerous for Navis and blah blah blah.
I won't let her talk me into going in there. Don't worry.
Oh, we going in there. I'm kidding. That's John who wants to go in the park. She doesn't. You're pretty sure that Savannah doesn't have any big reason for wanting to go in there.
By the way, Tico, I linked it in Megaman Navi. I posted in the chat we have. It's done.
Oh, look at that boy!
You got a bug boy.
Look at that boy. Has a BV on him.
Did Bug become a Dark Lloyd? Aw, no.
Nah, he just looks like that.
That's just what he
And
always
now
looks
I
like.
become a Dark Lloyd. Is there a difference? I'm a slightly darker black.
I am an actual penguin.
If
I'm a penguin.
I reset it. Oh, that just resets it. That. Never mind. Don't reset it. Had to rewind real quick.
I will pin it for now, and I will save the art for
There
the
we
next
go.
for the second master post after the next several games.
Perfect. Let's grab a salty then. Do this. Scale it down. Perfect. Desktop.
Well, you're changing the plush
Perfect.
too. Now he's not going to be as
Look at that!
huggable.
Look at that boy!
Alright.
Look at that bug boy! Look at
Yeah.
him.
Yeah. Where is it?
He's right here.
Bam. There we go.
Yeah.
Could
Don't
you
delete
guys
the.
move, please? Could you guys move, please?
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
Okay, good. We're keeping the other one too.
Yeah, no, I like the other one. He's cute and
Oh,
cuddly that way.
unfortunately, it doesn't want me to. I couldn't make a state for the other thing too.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you have to separate and do all three.
How do I separate a state? Because like before, I tried resetting and it didn't work.
I don't know, to be honest. I think I have the same issue. I think you just need the other one.
Okay, let's just make the other one real quick then too. Boop. Custom. Desktop. Streamlabs. Therapy. Navies. I think it's this one. No, it's the wrong one. There we go. Perfect. Now we have all three of them. There we go. Now we can have him be whichever one.
We'll say that Yome guilts Bug into becoming the squishy one whenever she's around.
We'll have to like get this one to be like a better like fit for this, so that it isn't like it's like more of like a profile picture like most of the other ones, so it can be a little bit bigger. But we'll do that later. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, you want me to do a bust version then?
Right. I'll have to do it in the way that I do the other ones.
It can just be a crop.
I'll have to do it in the way that I do the other ones, Squeaky.
It can be a
I'm
crop.
just letting Will know.
It can be a crop, but I also have been doing so many full bodies. I want to see if I can do bust.
I'll have to do it in the way that I do the other ones in just a little bit. I'll do it later. Anywho, you guys make your way back out. As you guys do, Alan leaves. He closes the door behind him. You guys go off into the streets, and for the time being, it's again, I keep looking at this house. I need to get a better picture of the house because it always seems like you guys are leaving at midnight or something. But it is still around like 5:30 as you guys go to leave. It doesn't take long at all for you guys to get over to the station, and upon getting there, at this point, you guys can attempt to use the station here as your little place to get the net navies as they were. You haven't done this in quite a while. You usually use the other station for that. But as he goes forward, he gets Yome to come out of the thing. Yome, you don't have a great place to change. You could just head back home and change. You're not that far away. But you don't have a great place to change here as he hands you your clothes.
That is true. There is no bathroom in this station that other people would need to. You know what? Yeah.
This thing here is as big as you see it.
Yeah, I know.
This is not like an actual big, like, encompassing station. It is a station entrance.
That is fine. Yeah, I'll go do that. I'll go home.
You want to head back home?
unless people are okay with me changing here, which my assumption is no.
I can let people know whenever you head back, and in fact, we can probably send. He just like looks back. He's like, "Oh, right, everybody's here."
Darn creepy stalker Jensen cannot see Yome nude yet. I will wait.
Only Bug Vader has seen Yome nude.
Bug,
Yeah.
do you mind heading back to the home network and letting them let Yome in?
Sure. Do bit this, do bit that, kick the salt. No! You do that outside! There you go.
No, you have to go.
No, you have to
You have to go and do it, Will. But anyway.
Okay, he's going to do it
There you go.
after telling the salt not to spray everywhere. He does that outside.
Gotcha. Hold on, let's get some salt spray. There we are. Perfect. There we go. There's the salt
Oh
spray.
God, it's everywhere.
Bug, you separate from Bug Vader because again, you've been able to do that for a little bit. It's still rather risky for you to go on the open net whenever you do this, but the PET does have some sort of an access to the main terminal, so you should be fine going from them point A to point B through here. Do you want to make your way there?
Yep.
Do-do-do-do.
Now look at this mess. Now I'm gonna feel bad telling others to pick it up.
There you go, Bug. While you're transferring through the net, you'll get your little virus bug look.
Because I'm faster in that form.
Of course, obviously, because you have longer legs.
And I also have background music.
Perfect.
That's proven to make people faster.
They should be able to let you in now, Yome. As long as
Alright.
Bug does it right, which I'm pretty sure he should.
If not, I guess I could change in the front yard.
Don't do that.
My apologies. It was just a joke.
We'll see you later.
Mm.
You want to make your way out?
Look
Look at you in your definitely different outfit from yesterday.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely different.
You make your way up and out. As you do, he looks to Bug Vader. Do you want the copybot now, or should we wait till we get to the next station?
Maybe right now. That way I could get everything ahead of time and yeah.
He lets you in. You get your copybot done as you step out. And Cross goes in and does the same thing. Actually, no. Cross would have to do it in the actual thing. No, Cross stays in the PET for now. As he looks over to you, should we head out then? I know that you're probably a little bit early for going and working there. Do you have anything else to do?
Oh, was that towards me? Sorry.
Yes, that was towards you.
Okay, can you repeat that then?
I said I know we're a little bit early for going and helping the flower shop. You will get to the station around a little bit after 6. Do you want to do anything else, or you want to just head over there?
I'll head there for now. I'll just stretch some muscles and all that. Better early than late.
Gotcha.
Well, not too early. I don't think she wants me there, but...
Okay. The two of you make your way through into the station. We'll get to you guys on your little trip there in just a minute. As Yome, you're going to head back to the house?
Yep.
Yome, you're walking currently without anybody beside you. You're just kind of hanging out. You've done this before when you went and retrieved the copybot from over at Miss Toki's and things like that. But you're just walking the streets just by yourself, doing your thing.
Also, I like to imagine that every time she goes into the copybot, the first thing that goes is the emblem and the headband. Just like, like I don't have to wear this when I'm here.
Bye. Whoosh.
Bye.
Still have the whip on your fucking side.
Chuck it.
Like, get out of here.
Get out of it. People can't know. I'm a very pretty girl and nothing else.
A very pretty girl in extremely skin-tight orange and black.
Just like Mama used to make.
I can
That
be a
is
cosplay
definitely
idol.
real clothes.
Well, here's the thing. I'm really fucking pretty, and I'm wearing a weird outfit. I'm totally just a cosplay idol. Leave me alone.
Obviously, definitely. I believe you.
Yep. Someone believes me, and that's all that matters.
You make your way back home. As you do, you go up to the the gates. The gates are not letting you in immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Bug, you are back in the home network. Do you let Yome in?
Yes.
Yome, congratulations. Bug lets you in today.
Alright, now pay the troll toll!
I won't kill you.
You got to pay the toll to get into that boy's hole.
I'm not paying.
Okay, fine, you could go.
I will kill you. You only have 1 HP.
You make your way inside, Yome.
Mm-hmm.
As you do, you head inside. You head toward you'd head toward one of the rooms. Where are you gonna change at?
Alan's room.
You head up to Alan's room and you go ahead and change.
Mm-hmm.
Upon changing, Bug.
Yeah.
Someone's at the door. Someone's at the door.
Who dares?
Someone's opened the door. Someone's opened the door.
He's gonna swiftly check.
You go over toward the bottom of the house. You stick your head into the section of the house that has the television. You start looking out around the main room. As you do,
Oh no. Oh no. It's happening. No.
you notice Alan's dad coming home. What you want to
Can
do
you
with that
repeat
information, Bug?
Can you repeat that? Sorry.
Do you see what's on the board?
Yeah, let's see.
There you go.
Where are
Over
we?
here where you are.
Okay, so it should be. Okay, that's not the place.
Oh man, Phantom.
Why is it all the way over here?
Someone just walked into the main room.
Oh, it's the queen bee.
Do I hear him say that?
No.
Okay.
He is in a completely separate
Ah,
area than you.
it's the. Kidding.
He just like looks in as you say that. It's like, we have viruses. Kill it, Marksman.
Can you repeat that?
No, I was joking.
Okay.
Oh man, Phantom's not in the freaking chat right now to freak out.
But you see him. You see Dado. What do you want to do with this information, Bug?
He's going to spy on him.
He comes inside and he throws his keys over to the side, which again, they're not even actually keys. It's more just like a ring that has like a bunch of card like things on it. You immediately like lock onto it, Bug, because it's like, oh, they're credit cards. Ah, no, they're just access cards. Oh, they're access cards. But they're not inside anything right now, so you can't read them. But you notice him just kind of throw them off to the side, and he seems to sit down. He gets the TV remote, and he seems to change the channel. Even though the channel has been changed, you are still on the TV. You just note that he seems to be sitting and watching some quote unquote watching some sort of a news station.
He'll listen in on the news station.
Okay, go ahead and roll me for Bug Vader's scan, please.
Okay. I'm using Alan's dice. Wait. That is 14 plus scan. Let's see. Where's my... God, it's hard to maneuver this thing. Okay. Scan is 2. So 16.
At first, it seems to just be regular news station things like, oh, but some dog barked and said people think it says I love you. But... Oh, what a cute dog.
Saying, I love you.
As Bugs just under his breath, oh, they call that news? The father, oh, they call that news? Don't patronize me!
However, as you're sitting and listening and kind of like listening to whatever he's looking at, you notice that he seems to perk up whenever a certain story comes up. He seems to stare forward at the screen as
Ooh, a weak spot!
what appears to be a shootout that apparently happened earlier that day in the bad part of town.
Ooh,
Otherwise
those
known as
guys.
the Den City suburbs.
No, it's a web thing, so the street's
Damn,
called
in the
Download.
suburbs? Y'all don't got a ghetto?
No, they don't have a ghetto here.
Holy shit, the suburbs?
This is a future city.
The fuck?
This is a nice future city with no ghettos.
There's like, you know.
Squeaky, how about you shut up?
Fuck.
I'm not gonna call something in my thing
There
the
are
ghetto.
ghettos, they're just harder to find.
The more urbanized area.
I'm not gonna call anywhere here, and neither will the fucking news station call it the ghetto.
There was a shooting.
Oh wow, that's a nice looking ghetto.
You guys are fucking weird. Anyway.
No, I'm fucking poor and live downtown, so I know this kind of environment.
Do they say ghetto on the news stations?
No, they don't.
Fuck
They say,
if I
they
know.
usually
Then
say
they're
more-
not
more-
saying ghetto.
I know
I-
they're not gonna say ghetto, but still, it's fine.
I know they're not gonna say ghetto.
Then why are you on me about it? That's what you're listening to.
Because
Let me get through the
because
information you
you're-
get.
because you're easy to mess with.
Let me get through your information, bug. I'll kill you. God,
See what
now
I
I
mean, folks?
now I don't even want to give you this.
Okay,
All right, you heard about a shootout.
sweet.
Cool.
That's hot.
Yome.
Okay, I'm sorry. Let's go.
Nah, give them the information. That was mainly my fault.
So, as you hear, let me start over so you guys don't interrupt me. There apparently was a shootout in the density suburbs earlier that day. From what you can tell, 2 police officers have been severely injured, with one of them having fatal injuries. There also appears to have been one other person involved that has been hospitalized. However, they've not woken up since the incident. As he seems to stand there and listen to things, you don't get much else just from the mainstream news.
And yet it rouses him so. Why is that?
You look at his pants and you notice it arouses him. So I'm kidding.
No, he can't be around.
I'm kidding. But he seems to take interest at it and seems to rewind the broadcast a couple of times as he sits there, seemingly pausing it over whatever pictures they seem to have of the incident. One of them in particular seemed to have been a picture of the 3 injured people getting put into ambulances, their faces being blurred out. However, he seems to be staring intently at them.
Does he look happy, sad? You said he was perked up.
He is not happy. He does seem to have a bit of a kind of what's the way I can say it? A bit of an almost determined look on his face as he looks at the three things. You remember seeing again the other day whenever Alan was making his program, and Alan was kind of almost in like a bit of a trance. You see that his dad seems to be again looking over the features of the blurred out faces and looking over the pictures that they have in the still images there, and he seems to be almost in a similar state of a trance than Alan was.
Bug's going to kind of hook himself to the speaker and say, "Why not look it up?"
You see that as soon as you say that, it seems to come from the speakers on there, so he doesn't have any idea which direction it came from on the television, but he does seem to dart his eyes toward the 4 corners very quickly first, and does find you in one of the small left-hand corner of the screen. You see that his eyes seem to narrow slightly towards you.
You know how the news are. They're not going to call a bad neighborhood a ghetto, and they want to keep the privacy of these people. Though privacy is a bit of an antagonist to you right now, isn't it?
And what are you supposed to be?
Oh, one of your friendly neighborhood Allen programs.
Alan made something like you?
He didn't make me. I'm just a byproduct.
Well, if he didn't make you, then I guess I can have Marksman delete you.
I wouldn't do that.
What? Let's not be hasty.
As he tries to keep the sadistic smile, obvious, like, cold sweat.
Fucking sweating.
Just
glowing.
above his head, there's just like a thing that says 1 HP over his head. He's like, well, let's not be hasty about that. I'm kidding.
Look, I'm a friend of Alan's as well. If I may be a byproduct, but I still care for him. That's why I think I should care for you too.
Raises an eyebrow. Then what are you supposed to do? If you're a program of Alan's, I'm sure you have some sort of something. What do you make sure the grilled cheese doesn't get too much burn on it?
If I was given that, I'd probably burn it intentionally, but I digress. At the moment, I'm an information gatherer. I look for information, and clearly information is what you want right now.
Information gathering.
Yes.
There was an incident yesterday that happened over toward the mall. You guys said you came back from there, didn't you?
Yes,
Surely
we
you
did.
must have been around at the time that a very
Well,
important program got stolen from the mall's network.
Yes, I do remember hearing about that. I was not directly involved with what they were doing, but I do remember slightly something like that happening. Why do you ask?
At the same time, it seemed like one of Alan's old schoolmates got arrested, and a bunch of other children apparently had talked to the police about what had happened there. That wouldn't have had to have been Alan, would it?
Okay, for my dumb little memory brain,
Yes.
are we talking about the theater incident, or which incident are we talking about?
He says that at the same time as a separate incident, the theater incident was happening. He said that a heist had happened at the mall where a program had been stolen, and he said at the same time something happened at the theater with one of Alan's classmates being arrested, or like former classmates being arrested. So you wouldn't know about the other thing, but the thing with the theater you do know about.
I know bits and pieces of the theater, but not the other incident.
What kind of information gatherer are you then?
One that doesn't go until he finds reason to.
Would have been a pretty good reason. The program that was stolen from the mall network seemed to have been something that was happening over the course of a couple of months at least of planning. It was one of the programs that, well, almost got abducted back a couple of days ago over at the school. One of the 4 pillars. Seems like another group of Navis seemed to stop the one that happened over at the school, however. But I don't really know much about that. If you are an information gatherer, you understand how easily information is tracked.
Definitely. It's
There's
very easy to find stuff nowadays.
However, it's pretty simple to find things whenever it's, let's say, through a message that's being sent all over the entire city. He just motions over toward the news on the screen. Doesn't leave any sort of trace if you're looking into things.
Now, I know it's been mentioned with Alan and the group, but why are you interested in all this?
And what happened yesterday? I'm not. I just thought it was pretty interesting that Alan would have been involved in something like that without telling me.
Well, I don't mean any offense, but of course he wouldn't.
What I am interested in is what happened here. He motions toward the paused image on the screen.
Not much I saw. And if you're interested, suddenly I'm interested.
He motions toward one of the blurb faces, one of them of an officer on the screen. I know who this is. This is someone who I have a drink with pretty regularly. I don't think he's one of the ones that's going to be dying over all this, but it is good to see that whatever happened involved police of a certain caliber. And this person over here, the one that isn't the police officer, he motions to the other person. Was this person just caught in the crossfire, or was this person one of the ones that was doing the shooting? And if that's the case, why are they keeping everything so low profile? It means that whatever actually happened there, either someone got away, or something interesting happened enough to where they don't want to tell anyone. I keep an eye out for things like these.
Honestly, this does interest me a lot. Unfortunately, being Alan's, he's, well, a young one. Probably wouldn't want to get involved in this kind of stuff.
Nor would I want him to. If he started doing anything such as, let's say, looking up these things on his computer, and that somehow got traced back to me, then wouldn't it be rather strange that something were to happen, and then they were able to very easily trace back where the information was looked up and got processed? This is why I use the news, little virus.
You know, I don't think my other side liked you, but I think I do.
I don't have a lot of time today. I'm going to be staying here until probably around 2 in the morning, maybe. Then heading back out. I have work. But I guess that gives me a little bit of time to hang out with my son whenever he is to return, whenever that's going to be. But while I'm waiting, if someone were to be able to find some information on this incident for me,
Well,
I
that's
could be grateful.
Well, that's unfortunate. You beat me to asking.
Asking. I'm just talking out loud.
Right. Whatever I do will be my own actions then.
He looks at you. As he's looking at you, he seems to linger on you for a moment. You don't look like something that Alan could make. What are you actually?
To be honest, what I was in the past doesn't matter anymore. Because what I was in the past was a pest. I want to be beyond what I was.
Kind of narrows his eyes a little bit at you, but kind of gives a bit of a crack of a smile over at the side of his mouth. Then I guess we'll see, pest.
He gives a nod and slithers away.
He continues watching the news. As all that was happening, you have all that information now, what he was doing and kind of what was going on there. Yone still hasn't come down from upstairs. What do you
As
want to do?
everything looked tense for a second, once he's out of sight, he just wipes the sweat away. He was pointing his gun at me the entire time. Jesus, guy.
As you turn away and say that, Bug, you
I don't
notice...
say it, think it.
Okay, as you turn away and think that, Bug, you do notice, as you look at the ground beneath your feet, there appears to be a cursor on the ground.
The hell?
A very similar one to the one that appeared in front of Bug Vader whenever he had first saw Marksman.
He's ready to kill your ass.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Nothing's
Hey.
happening, but there appeared to have been a cursor on the ground. You even walk away from it and it doesn't follow you.
We good. I know what fights to pick. You ain't one of them.
What do you want to do, Bug Vader? Or Bug... Pest.
Get his surfboard and get ready to... Well, actually, first he needs to find waves, because going on Alan's or the Father's network, he's gonna find an anonymous network to start doing stuff.
Luckily, you guys have a couple of those networks set up in different parts of the...
I know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Alan.
You want to message the message to PET?
Yeah.
Cross answers and shows Alan the message. Bug, what's up? He just kind of looks at you. He appears to be on the train currently.
You know how you all get to go on a little fancy trip? Can I have one?
What do you mean?
I want to go in one of those internet cafes. It'd be so swell.
I want to go a place where there's a lot of free Wi-Fi.
Vader, are you listening to this?
Why didn't I think of that for you? Just don't do anything that'll hurt Alan.
Try not to... Don't steal anything or anything, okay?
Does information count?
I mean... Don't
Then
do
we're
anything.
good.
Don't do any damage.
With 1 HP, I wouldn't want to.
Be careful, okay? We still don't know how to... We still don't know what'll happen if we lose you. You came back last time when Bug Vader was destroyed, but you might not come back again unless we use the backup data.
Of course I know that.
Mm.
I am very wary. I
Sorry,
think
Bug.
I'm ready to do this, though.
We have a couple of networks set up over at the mall or over at the school that you can get to probably pretty safely. I don't think there were any big viruses there to take you down.
I'd like to remain anonymous.
Mm.
I don't want you to be tracked. Because if they find you, they find me.
Bug, what are you doing?
Well, Vader found his lifestyle. I know what I want now.
I'm just hearing Jake's voice in my head of just Cross going, "This sounds like a bad idea."
Alan, this sounds like a bad idea.
Bad idea or not, I want to be useful in my own way. I'm not going to be a fighter. I'm not going to be a babysitter. All I want.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, you first.
You seem pretty motivated. That's all I wanted to say.
Of course I'm motivated. I found out... Never mind. In his head, I'm finding out that the copy, the duplicate, the one that's not the original, has more of a drive than I do. What else am I supposed to do? Sit back, watch, and become less and less relevant? No. I have to be myself.
If you want to go do something, Bug, of course not hearing that last part because you were saying that was in your head.
Yep.
If you want to go do something, Bug, then just be safe, okay? Check in a couple of hours. I trust you. Especially after what happened yesterday.
Alright, but we need a secure network for me to check in. Do you have one of those old, whatchamacallit, beef machines?
No, I don't think I do. Just, I meant just come home whenever you're done.
Oh, that too, yes.
Have fun, Bug. If you need us, let us know, okay?
Of course. And Vader? He points a finger like a gun. You keep being you. Okay.
With those
He
claw
nods.
fingers.
And he heads out. Oh, what's this red flag doing here? Never mind.
Okay. I will say by the time you do that and start kind of going off into the net, do you want to go off into the net from here, or do you want to go off into the net from one of the secure networks you guys have gotten? Because again, there was the one that you guys found at the school network, and there was the one that you guys found at the city network, the one that was inside of the cinema. Or you can go in from right here. Where do you want to go in the net from?
As safe and anonymous as I could be.
The other two are networks that are not a part of Alan's network, is what I'm trying to tell you.
Alright.
Do you want to go in one of those?
Probably, yeah.
Alright. School network or the city network?
City network would be best.
Okay. We'll have you make your way into the network you guys have found over at the cinema, which I believe was just one of these.
And how about for the bug stuff? That stuff can be off screen, so you can have some exposition for later.
Oh, we'll see what happens. We'll check it out. We'll figure it out. Why is this taking so long? Get out of the freaking box.
God, the music I'm listening to makes it seem like a fucking red flag. It's like this fucking choir.
Tabletop Simulator isn't responding currently. I'm trying to wait for it to. There we go.
Looks like a mosquito meets penguin to me. Yeah, I did want him to have kind of the qualities of the penguin and qualities of a bug.
He is a bug bird.
Yeah.
We'll get back to you at some other point. We're not going to definitely do anything currently right now, but we'll send you over to the cinema network and we'll see what happens to you in a bit.
Though technically, the beak I chose was actually a vulture's beak.
You still just remind me of is it Zorax or Gorax? What is his name? Brack. One of the other ones from that show. You kind of remind me of Brack.
Yeah.
Which I do love.
Oh, it's not actually a red flag song. I'm just listening to the fucking Phantom Troop theme from Hunter x Hunter. It just sounds like a red flag song.
Perfect. We'll get back to you in a bit. Yome.
Is that the Mantis dude from the Space Ghost?
Yeah. Brack.
Yeah.
No, I think that's Zorak. Actually,
that's why I said Zorak first. Brack is the red face
guy.
guy.
The other one. Yeah, Zorak is the man.
Yeah.
It was hard not to think a little bit of that, but I decided, you know what? Fuck it. It's kind of appropriate.
Yes.
You finish changing, and Bug does not come up to tell you anyone's there.
So I have no idea that there's someone downstairs, which
Nope.
is great. Wow. No, okay.
Hey, I don't want to get shot because I told you, Ome.
Someone made the joke that this is the start of a bad porno, so I thought that was great.
A bad one.
Um,
I'm kidding.
A bad one. Yeah, no, it's that thing of she's changing, looking around the room, kind of. She really wanted to change in there, so it's again just taking the room in. She likes it in there, but she did say that she has to go to Savannah. But I guess she notices that Bug doesn't come back, so her first assumption is that
Well,
Bug went back.
Bug wasn't there with you. Like,
Yeah.
he just opened the door for you.
Yes, but
Come on, Bug, open the door.
what? Well, she assumes that Bug opened the door and then immediately went back to Alan, though.
Probably.
So with that, she's just gonna get dressed, freaking make her way to the bathroom because there's probably a good mirror there. Make sure her hair looks cute. She's like kind of being nonchalant about it, so it's just like, as far as I know, I'm the only one in this house.
Yep.
You know, just walk out of Alan's room, go into the bathroom, shut the door, fix hair. Okay. And we'll make our way downstairs.
You head downstairs?
I see anything?
The TV's on.
Hmm?
Seems to be on the news station.
Looks around the living room.
Currently looking at the living room, you are on the other side of the couch and everything like that area that's off to this side. You're kind of just like walking back behind it, just looking around at things. Nothing seems to be out of the ordinary.
Except for the TV being on.
Yep.
That's odd. I'm pretty sure that the TV was off.
Is there a problem?
Kind of
As
like
you
slightly looks towards the source of the sound.
You look,
As you
you
see-
look over at you look over the back of the couch. You see that he's just kind of laying on the couch. He
Naked.
wasn't sticking up from it.
naked.
Fully clothed.
Naked.
All
Who
the clothes.
watches the
Naked,
news?
full mast.
Who watches the news with their clothes?
Someone's about to lose
On.
No Nut November. Okay.
Actually, funny story. Pornhub advertised Yes Nut November, saying, "Hey, have some premium for free," which I don't do because it's like, why go premium?
Of course.
Anyway.
Yeah, so it's that surprise, kind of then walks up to the couch and looks down.
Oh, my apologies.
Just kind of like looks up. Didn't think Alan was here.
He is not.
Oh.
No, he is not here. He went out.
And what are you doing?
Well, I was going to go out as well. I just needed to change first.
Totally different outfit.
Yeah, totally different outfit.
But change to that anyway.
Hmm?
You're independent for a Navi.
Is that a bad thing?
It's not. I guess for the Navi. It is whenever you don't really care about that Navi and you care about who it belongs to.
Understandable. Alan isn't all by himself, you know. And regardless, I know that he is perfectly safe right now, and his safety is my top priority.
He does have 2 more of you and some sort of programs out there.
Yes.
I guess it's fine. That other Navi looked pretty strong either way.
Bug Vader?
Hmm.
He is strong. He was made more with fighting capabilities than me or Cross.
Well, don't let me stop you.
Well, aren't you hungry or anything?
Looks up at you. What, are you saying you can make food?
Of course I can. I can make a sandwich.
He smiles
And
at that,
pancakes.
but he does not say anything out loud. It's
Already
like, of
got you
fucking
making
course you
sandwiches.
can.
Already got you making sandwiches.
Oh.
Fuck, who said
Yo,
that?
man, stop!
Someone said that last time to her too. Already got you making sandwiches.
He's just like, oh, he already has you making things for him?
It was the first thing he taught me to do.
Jesus, Alan, you sexist pig!
I can also make pancakes.
Making sandwiches, making breakfast for him, dressing in regular clothes.
You're making it worse for Alan here.
What
Mhm.
exactly does he have you out there doing other than that?
I choose to do this.
Hmm.
He does not make me. I do it of my own free will.
And why is that?
Can't I not want to do that?
You can definitely want to do that. But there usually is reasons why people want to do things. Like right now, you ask me if I'm hungry or anything. You want to make me something? Is that what you're saying?
If you're hungry while I am here,
And why
I
would
do
you
not-
want to do that? Because I'm Alan's dad?
because I believe we might have gone off on the wrong foot, and maybe I can make amends that way.
Wrong foot? No, I don't think we've gone off on the wrong foot at all. I'm not upset
Mm.
with you. I just like
Mm.
asking questions. And I like knowing
I-
answers to those questions.
I see that.
And if people don't want to tell me the full answers to those questions, then I just want to make sure I understand them even more. He sits up from the couch. Sure, why don't you make me a sandwich then? To make amends. If that's what you feel like you have to do.
Then I will merely only make one. If there was no wrong foot, I will merely make one just to make sure that you are taking care of yourself.
Of course. Make it how Alan likes it. He just kind of like motions over to the kitchen.
Oh, I know how to do that. He doesn't like triangles. She skips to the kitchen.
He doesn't like triangles.
He just kind of sits there and watches. You
Yeah,
want to
no.
try to make a good sandwich?
I'm gonna try to make a good sandwich.
You've done this several times before, and it's a fucking sandwich. There's not much you can fuck up, except again, the last time you made a sandwich, you made it with bacon. Are you gonna do the same thing?
And we used tomato and cheese.
Are you gonna do the same thing?
Yes.
You will be rolling sync once again for doing these things. However, because you are in a commercial copy bot and not commercial, because you're in a public copy bot and not the other copy bot you are usually in, you will take a -1 to your sync currently.
Okay.
So please roll me sync for making the bacon. The other stuff is perfectly fine for you at this point.
Okay. I'm gonna make sure I fucking make the shit out of that bacon, because even the last time I was with Miss Toki's copy bot, I fucked it up. And actually no, this I can't use my Smash Dice with scan. I was like, wait.
As Yome's making bacon, Vader comes back. I'm back from work, honey.
Okay, I'm putting 2 inspiration in.
Okay.
That is a 12,
Alan, why are your
a 4,
apps 50s marriage?
and 13 being my highest. 13
Altogether a
plus-
15.
Yes. It's not bad.
Not bad. As you are making the sandwich, you note that eventually, as you're making the bacon, he seems to stand up from where he is and make his way into the kitchen. Excuse me. As he moves past you.
Am I doing something wrong?
Excuse me, as he backhands you.
No, you do you.
All right.
He grabs a separate pan. This time, just standing right beside of you. He seems to, at that point, begin to grab some rather interesting assortments of things out of the refrigerator. He grabs some mayonnaise and he grabs some cheese, as well as he seems to grab a little bit of butter and some bread.
For a second there, I thought he was gonna like pull Sanji-esque cooking. Oh, continue with your sandwich, by the way.
I'm just gonna make a fucking chicken parmesan.
He seems to at that point begin to spread the mayonnaise on the bread, and he puts it mayonnaise side down on the pan that he has after putting a little bit of butter on it. Upon doing so, he's just kind of standing beside you, watching you make the bacon.
Are you?
You're able to actually move that thing around well. Marksman complains about those. He says they're not that accurate.
The pan?
No, the copy bot you're in.
Oh,
He doesn't like using the ones that everybody else can use. He usually just uses the one at work.
what do you do for work?
Just kind of like sideways glances over at you, looks back over toward a sandwich he's making.
Oh man, these sandwiches are great.
I work stocks.
Doinks? No. Stocks?
I work stocks. I'm a bit of a management situation for a different worker. I make sure that his money goes in a certain amount and he makes a certain amount of profit from it.
I did not know that was late night work.
As if Bug Vader was there. Oh, she's not gonna fall for that. Oh, that sounds cool. She fell for it?
It's not late night work. It's whenever you can get it done work.
Oh.
I prefer to work late night.
I see.
I never really got working while other people are around. I'm not very sociable.
Does Marksman help you with the paperwork and a copy bot?
No, Marksman's mostly there to protect me.
Your clients must be very interesting.
It's not the clients that I need protection from. Whenever you're moving a lot of money around, some things can get changed, whether outside or inside the net. Marksman makes sure that I get where I need to go, which sometimes can be in pretty bad neighborhoods. And then once we're there, he goes inside the net and makes sure no one tries to make me lose a ton of money, at which point, if anything bad were to happen and one of those clients were to find out that they lost a ton of money from something I made a mistake on, well, me and Alan probably wouldn't have this house anymore.
It seems rather dangerous in a way.
But it's something that we can continue doing. Right now, it's been something that I've worked at for quite a bit, and I'm pretty good at it.
I guess then in some way I shouldn't question your credibility, should I?
He seems to again just kind of like place the bread in the sandwich, just kind of like start searing both sides of it.
Are you making your own? Am I taking too long?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
Why so interested in why I work?
I have just been curious. Alan wishes he could spend more time with you, but you aren't around when he is. And when you are, he is unfortunately asleep. You guys don't conversate very often, but whenever you two do, he treasures it.
He looks at you a little bit surprised.
Is that odd? I do not think it is. You are family, after all.
Alan likes his mother more than he likes me, I'm pretty sure.
Then why would he be with you then?
'Cause he can't go with her.
Is it because she practically lives at Scilabs?
If she were to get her own place, then he wouldn't be able to have anybody to stay with him, to take care of him if he needs to. And if he were to live there, then that kid bullies him all the time. And I won't allow that.
I see.
She doesn't think there's anything going on, but I can tell. Every time he comes back from being over there, there's a new bit of stuff on him, and I can't stand it.
I cannot either. That is why I wish to protect him. And I feel that maybe in a copy bot I can do that better.
He moves around you again, just kind of like reaching behind you to get into the fridge. As he does, he pulls out what appears to be an egg. As he brings it out, he seems to turn the sandwich over that he has, crack the egg over top of it, and just kind of like let it cook on top of the sandwich inside the pan.
Thankfully, he has been making more friends.
Oh.
Or at least rebuilding friendships, little by little.
He's heading over to his mother's tomorrow, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're a Navi. I'm sure you've made note of the different things that I've brought out, huh?
Eggs,
Cheese, mayonnaise.
cheese, tomato, bacon.
No,
and
those are
another
yours.
And another assortment of random ingredients because Deco didn't tell me everything point
I
blank.
told you literally everything that I brought out.
Okay.
I did not say for you to mention the stuff you have right there. I said to mention the stuff he had.
Yeah, mayonnaise,
And-
egg,
Mhm.
bread.
Okay, is that it? Mayonnaise, egg, and bread? You're missing 2 ingredients. I'll let you know that.
Butter.
Mm-hmm. One more.
Because he's mayonnaise, butter, cheese.
There you go.
Oh.
As he sits there, good job. You did your basic functions.
Mm,
He takes a spatula, pulls it off of it, puts it onto a plate. You see what appears to be a grilled cheese with a fried egg on top. As he puts it down, I used to make Alan this a lot whenever I was home. He likes this.
Ah.
You take this one, I'll take that one. He points to the sandwich you made.
Am I supposed to eat this now?
How can I tell if you know how to make it for him if you don't know how it tastes?
You have a point.
she's gonna cut it the way Alan likes it too.
You cut it right down the center into like little rectangles. The
Yep,
fried
yeah,
egg isn't entirely completely cooked, so the yolk kind of like drips down into the grilled cheese a bit.
Yep. It would happen if you cut it into triangles too, but she cut his into triangles because he likes it that way.
You cut his into triangles?
Yeah.
Good. He just kind of like looks at it as you do. He's like, thought you said Alan didn't like triangles.
You like triangles, though.
Looks again, rather surprised, but just kind of gives a smile. Technology is amazing. Ow. Takes a bite. It's pretty good.
I guess it is, compared to back then.
Of course, it could be more than just the technology, I guess. He takes the sandwich and goes and sits back down in the living room.
What else do you think it could be?
He looks over at you. As he does, he kind of like looks down at the sandwich you made him. Something more sinister, even.
I'll have you know that I have no sinister intention.
Of course you don't. But just because something has a good result doesn't mean it's always born from something just as good. How? Have a good day with your whatever.
Yes. We will try to return by 8. Thank you for the food. I will learn how to make... Once I've properly learned how to make it, I'll make it for Alan in the future. I only wish to make him happy after all.
Make it tomorrow morning.
I will not have this copy bought tomorrow morning.
I'll get you one.
You will?
Not forever.
Well, of course not.
But whenever I'm done, I'll head back in the morning to see Alan off. That way, I can see him a bit more before he heads off to his mom's.
She's gonna kind of like put the rest of the sandwich away since she's not gonna eat all of it, and she's gonna kind of make her way to the door, but she's gonna look back at him for a second.
He just kind of, as he's just laying on the couch, you just see him like taking his shoes off with his feet, just laying against the couch, like. Nyeh.
If you really wish to know the true reason, if you want to accept it as the true reason, I wish to be the most optimal companion.
And then she's gonna leave.
Okay, you leave.
She leaves. I'm gonna go fucking to the park because I left Savannah waiting quite a fucking while.
I mean, she already said she'd be there first.
Yep. Now she fucking let me bring her the sandwich.
I'll bring her the sandwich that Alan's dad made.
I'll bring her a sandwich. She can eat this.
As you're gonna head off toward the park, we'll get to you in just a bit.
Yeah.
Vader.
I want to be good at the companioning.
You left right
Hi,
after, so
Dad.
you left right after, so we couldn't even see his response to that.
Oh well. Oh well. Oh no! There we go. I can't. Oh well.
Well, I'll kill you.
Will, you're on mute.
Mute, you're on Will. We'll take a bit of a break.
Yeah. You should run an ad.
I had to BRB a bit.
No, that's cool. You back?
You could've
Sort
ran
of, yeah.
You could have ran an ad. It doesn't.
You know what?
It doesn't affect the stream itself.
Then run the ad, boy.
I don't know how to run the ad.
You don't know how to run the ad? Okay. So
I also know that it doesn't actually do what I wanted it to do, which is basically just get rid of pre-roll ads, but it does get rid of them for a little bit of time.
Yeah, it gets
which is
rid
kind
of
of
them.
weird.
It gets rid of them for a little bit amount of time so that you keep running them through your stream.
It's weird.
Each minute ad disables pre-roll for 20 minutes.
It's weird.
Yeah, so the way you have to go into your creator dashboard for it, and I think you can only do it in the new creator dashboard.
I can run a minute of ads if people are fine with it.
Help monetize the stream just a little bit. It'll just
That's
be a
up to
minute.
them,
That
though.
way, that way everybody can go pee.
That's just them though, so that we can see what happens there. I don't think it's going to affect everybody because again, a lot of people might have ad blockers and things of that nature.
I have ad blockers and
So-
ads still run for me.
I don't know then. You guys want to try it out? Let's try it out and see what it does and see what happens.
Yeah,
and
let's try it out.
this little minute of whatever happens in the middle of it can be people who ever see it on YouTube will be like, oh man, what's that minute gonna be like? And then we're just gonna sit here and like cough or something. I don't know. Let's try it out. Let's try out the
Run
mid roll
that
ad.
ad.
And here we go.
Achoo. Fuck, I did cough.
So the ad's playing. I'm not sure if everybody is seeing it or not.
I don't know either.
It says it's playing.
It says it's playing an ad.
It's not
I-
playing
I-
anything for me.
It's not.
Oh,
Well, there you go.
Well, maybe. No.
Oh,
look
wait.
at some of the
Wait.
people. Maybe it's because it's really weird because Twitch.
Oh, is
I
it just
hear
subs
the
can't
ad.
see it?
Oh yeah,
No.
subs can't see it.
Oh, there we go.
Subs-
Cool. We have a bit of a sub chat then for a minute.
Oh,
Yeah, I see it now. It just was delayed. Right now,
Right.
it's Amazon Video.
Okay.
See, I know Yome would have said that and not wanted to see his reaction. Should it be bad? But I wish she stayed to see his reaction. It's like I want to be a really good companion.
Is
Bye.
there a way for me to see when ads pop up? Because I don't like not knowing.
I don't know it.
Yeah, 'cause I don't mind having ads. I just want to know when
only
they're
one
happening.
target said he got a Wingstop ad. Hell yeah. Go Wingstop, I guess.
I got a one where it looks like a fairy was gonna fuck a dude. I don't know. It was some Amazon original thing.
I'm back. Everybody back? Was that it?
I think. Well, it was just a minute.
Did we do it?
I think that's it. Yeah.
We did it. Cool.
It doesn't affect the VOD,
Pre-roll
which is
ads are now disabled for 20 minutes, I think. So I think now if anybody ever refreshes the stream, they won't get an ad.
Yeah, it goes straight to the stream now.
Yeah, I think like if you refresh the stream now, instead of it going to an ad, it'll just throw you right back into the stream, which I think is really cool because I hate that whenever I'm watching other people's streams.
Yeah, so that they do that. So and the reason they only have a certain amount timer is so that you run more ads. So like for example, if in the 20 minutes you run another ad, you get another 20 minutes of no pre-roll ads.
If anybody's having any problems, just try to refresh at that point.
Yeah.
If you have problems,
I can
There
see
we
the
go.
chat, but the stream's buffering, I think.
just refresh if
Yeah.
you have problems. I just put that in the chat.
Yeah.
But
Oh
yeah,
man,
we'll see, man.
I would have loved to have seen Alan's dad's reaction. Just she pretty much just told him, "Bye. Oh yeah, I want to be a really good companion for your son. Bye."
We'll
He
see.
was
We'll
like-
see how he took that.
Yeah.
We'll check that out later.
Yeah, for
Right.
role plays, it is a bit inconvenient to know that some people will just have a stop during.
Yeah, I think like if we were to actually have like breaks in the streams, like where we like actually have like sustained like 5 to 10 minute breaks between anything, kind of like how we do in the Night
Yeah.
Night Team streams, it'll be better. But like
Yeah,
instead of
I
just
do,
having like
breaks in
little
my
minute
games, too.
streams.
Yeah. They also have like 3-minute ad breaks, but yeah, maybe they'll do.
Maybe
longer
maybe
ones
we'll
in
do
the
maybe we'll
future.
do a thing starting in Avatar. Maybe we'll do a thing to where
Yeah.
like after like an hour or two of game, we'll
Yeah.
just have like a 5-minute break or something, and then I'll
Yeah.
put like a minute or two of ads in that
Let
5-minute
me-
break.
Let me know how that goes because I do
It's
breaks in my game, so I'd like to
It-
know.
I'll
it's
see
a
how
good
it
way to-
goes. We'll try it out in
it's-
Avatar this week.
it's a good way. It's a good way to monetize a stream because you get a little bit of revenue for each viewer.
We'll
I
check
think,
it out.
I think each viewer that watches the ad though. I
Yeah,
don't
we'll
exactly
we'll
know.
check it out. We'll see how things go. With that being
Yeah.
said, though, are you back, Will? Are we able to do some stuff?
Let me double check.
Should we run another minute of ads until you? I'm kidding.
Quick.
Does anyone know who the players for Avatar are, or that's the prize? If you go over the Calamum, if you go over to the "Dude, Where's My Avatar" chat in the Discord, we have all of the players shown and all of the face and all of the art for their characters are pinned in that chat. If you want to go look at them. But yeah. Just waiting on that Will now. I'm just gonna sit back and drink my Powerade. Did anybody get a Powerade ad? That'd be great, cause like, I want them to. I want an ad from Powerade. Because when you think Powerade, you think some
Yeah.
guy sitting in a chair just drinking it
Alright.
while he's streaming.
I'm gonna be going in and out for a bit, but I'm here.
Well,
Ish.
we're going to bug Vader.
Okay.
So let's see what happens here. So Vader,
Yeah.
you guys are on the. You guys have just gotten off of the train, heading off toward the city. Upon doing so, you and Alan kind of step out, and eventually, from what Alan does while inside there, he does get Cross to come out as well into the area. So it is just the three of you currently. As he is doing so, he does kind of like look back to you. Did Bug seem different to you a bit ago?
Well, he's been acting a bit weird for a bit, but
I don't mind that he's motivated for anything. I just hope that he doesn't do anything too dangerous. He said something about not wanting it to come back on me, but I don't know exactly what he's doing, so I don't know what that means.
I know it's good that you care, Alan, but you have to realize Bug isn't like you and me. He wants the danger. He gets bored at home. He feels worthless the longer he's not able to do anything. So, of course, I'm worried about him, but I also agree that he needs to be himself. I just hope it's not to hurt any of us.
I don't think he would do that. Whenever he was helping me out in the cinema, me and him worked pretty well to get what we needed to get done. I don't think he's going to do anything to hurt us, but I'm worried about him. He's a very unstable program. The two of you weren't built to actually sustain a lot of damage from viruses. Like, I know that you're really good at fighting against them, and he's some sort of program that had some sort of malicious intent within you, but he doesn't have a fantastic cyber body. I kind of want to see if I can do something about that. Do you think he'd let me?
I think he'd like to have a bit of beef on him, but as long as you don't chain him down too much, I think he'll be fine.
Ever since he was able to come out of you, I feel like I should have done something for him before now. I'm just worried because if...
Out of character. Let's just hope it's not too late. Meanwhile, oh god, I'm sacrificing myself to get information to help.
I just don't want it to be if he goes down and the backup data gets overwritten, he won't come back, you know? I'm sure that's not how it would work, but there's always the chance of something like that with old programming.
It's not that I don't care, believe me. But you do what you can. With him, he is not of safety, and he's not really of cooperation. He's independent. If you can make him more independent, I'm sure he'll like that.
I'll try to figure something out. Me and Cross are going to head over to the hospital again. Do you want anything else before you head off to the flower shop? I know that we were going to look at programs the other day, but we weren't able to. When we get to Scilabs tomorrow, it should be a lot easier, honestly, and we'll be able to find a lot more expensive programs there. It's probably best to wait till tomorrow.
No, we should go now. Quite honestly, if a theater event happens after you drop off Cross and I'm not there, I'm gonna feel so guilty.
Sure. Let's go and do that then.
But if I'm late, I'll also feel guilty. So we better be safe.
The three of you make your way up and out into the mall area once again. Upon you guys making it there, nothing seems to trail you guys or try to bite you guys or try to fucking stalk you guys on your way, at least as far as you can tell. I'm kidding.
Dr. Wily is here! He's queer, and he's gonna shoot you with lasers!
I love Dr. Wily, man. He does some wacky thing. Anyway, upon getting out...
Oh, hey,
toward-
Alan, my grandson!
Upon getting out toward the area, you do notice, sitting outside of the Higsby shop, the shop owner seems to be sitting there, just kind of having his face down toward the ground. He lets off a sigh as the three of you guys, like, get close. Like a very big, long, audible sigh.
Should we... No, we have a schedule. But he looks so sad. But we have a schedule. But we might be able to help. But you're going to help her. But we could help him.
I understand that you're all very interested in what's going on with me, he says as he stands out and gets in front of the three of you.
What's wrong, sir? God damn it, I leave for 5 seconds and he gets suckered.
As Alan just kind of stops, like, I completely understand that all of you are very interested in what's ailing me and all the problems that I'm having owning this shop here after I got everything stolen from me.
As Cross smashes him in the face.
That's not his voice.
I don't know his voice. I can't remember it.
His voice was kind of like this.
Okay, then, fine.
Without the country, it was kind of like a car salesman.
Fine.
Well, that's
He's
why
car
Cross
salesman.
meant to smash...
A used car salesman.
Like, that's why
Is
Cross
a used car
smashes...
salesman country?
No, but
Yes.
I meant like take the country out of what you were doing.
No.
Okay. You can,
I'm doing
I guess
this
you can
now.
do it.
I don't care about
Alright.
him. He's a different guy. He's some guy.
No, he's just the brother of the store owner.
I know that you guys are so interested in all my woes, and if only there was some way you guys could help me.
Who do we have to beat up?
Not a single person, my friend. However, you look like a very strong Navi.
What time is it, Alan?
It's 6:30.
Sorry, can't help you. I already made a prior engagement.
Prior engagement. I understand that, my friend. I really do, but I have all these battle chips and no one to buy them.
Listen to me, buddy. When I say I have a prior engagement, that means I made a promise. Are you trying to make me not keep a promise? Are you one of those despicable little people that thinks promises are not to be engraved in blood?
Of course not, sir. Obviously, this person is very important to you to want to keep a promise like that, and I understand that more than anyone. I promised my girlfriend that I would sell these chips.
Then
Somebody who would
sell
need
the
them.
chips!
To someone who would need them, but no one seems to come by who needs them.
Then find someone that needs them. We don't need them right now.
Are you sure you don't need these chips, man?
Not with that attitude. You're trying to make me stop a promise. No.
What kind
Bad.
of promise have you made? I don't want to stop you from making your promise, but was the promise to not have any chips?
No.
Looking at you, you're a Navi of some merit. I can tell that the memory inside of you is very underused. You probably don't even have a regular chip made up, do you?
Well,
You can't do that, my friend. If you want to protect the people here beside you, or whoever that is that you made that promise to, you need to set a regular chip, and you need to have these other chips to help you survive and help you defend them. You don't want to be unprepared, do you?
okay, Alan. This will be a duo job. You pay, I go.
Where are you going?
to keep my promise. Duh.
Oh, well, I thought you were.
If he just wants us to purchase something, then we could. You could do the purchasing. I go keep my promise. Everyone happy.
Sure. I guess you're going to the flower shop, right?
Yeah.
The one that's just down the road over there.
Looks. Oh.
You are a couple of blocks away from the flower shop at this point.
Looks at
You're
Alan.
not 25 minutes away. You're not like 20 minutes. You're like 20, 30 minutes away from it.
I thought I was.
You also were trying to come buy programs, which is why Alan is very confused as to now why you want to let's run away and leave.
To be fair, Alan, I've only been alive for a few days.
I understand. I understand, Vader.
I do not know this place as well as you do.
Yeah, I just... It seems like your problems have fixed themselves, sir. Would you like to potentially help me with my problem of selling these chips?
But the way you say it makes me not want to.
Well, that's fine. I understand. I just wanted to keep my
See,
promise.
It's that! That tone thing you're doing!
Sir, I can make you a promise right now. And I can never go back on a promise. Just like you, sir. I promise you will love these chips.
Well, if it's a promise.
Sir, I have 2 chips remaining. 2 chips in this stock before I can finally restock my place and get new chips in.
Yeah, out of character, I had no idea it was only...
Yeah, it's fine, dude.
I thought you were literally going to get me in a situation that'd be hard to avoid that'll cost like 30 minutes. To be that...
I have these 2 chips, man. And I have so many of them, but even if you were to just get one of them off of my shoulders, or 2 of them, or all of them, I would be most grateful. I don't know where you went now, actually. You're all the way over here. Okay, I found you.
What did you... Are you high?
We have an overstock of these 2 chips. And if I were to get them off of my hands, then I can do that thing that I said earlier.
Just tell me what it is. I told you.
Well, here are the 2 chips.
Thank you.
This one is from a powerful virus called a shrimpy virus. It's called a bubbler chip. What this does is it shoots a bubble at your opponent, a piercing bubble.
I got that. Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
And it's so powerful.
Yeah, that's fine. Just show me the next one quickly.
All right, and the other one is from an even more powerful virus called a spiky.
Do we need the backstory?
It's called a heat shot.
Okay, yeah, I fought these things. Okay, I want the heat shot.
Are you want just the heat shot, sir?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want some help with that?
What do you mean help?
Well, I know that again, like I said earlier, you don't have any regular chips set up. How can you think about defending anyone around you without a regular chip? Now, this heat shot may be a little bit too strong for you, but I'm sure that some of your chips you have on you would make great regular chips. Would you like help, sir? I could help you with that for the low price of buying the other chip.
Fine.
You will not regret this, sir. You will not regret this at all.
I already do. Just do it.
Okay. Well, with both of these chips will cost you 1,500 zenny. Is that fine with you, sir?
Is that fine with me? How much do I have?
Currently, the party has 120,000 zenny.
15. Did you say 1,500 or 15,000?
15,000 or 1,500 zenny. Yes.
Joker, look.
Sure. Here. Okay. Let's go.
Team Mana King just gave another $60. Says fake card. Says fake card for Vader.
Thank you. I'm gonna BRB quick.
Oh God, go ahead.
I just want to know in comparison.
You go ahead. I'll bring down the money real quick. It'll be 185. Yes. 185. Perfect. You guys have now purchased your first bubbler and heat shot battle chips. I was hoping you guys would get these like while you were at the cinema, but you guys didn't, and I had really bad luck rolling for drops. So
Zolitic.
People wondering $1,500. That's $150. No. 1,500. 1,500 is $15 basically in the currency that they have here. Yeah, think yen. Like even if you don't want to think of it like that, think of the last two zeros as almost like pennies. Like 10 zenny is like a dime basically.
Mm-hmm.
I said 15,000. No, 1,500. 1,500 is what I said. I know that I said 1,000 at one point because Will said 1,000, but no, it's 100. It's 1,500. These are very basic chips that basically turn your attacks into the fire element and the water and the aqua element respectively. They'll also add the piercing element to each of your attacks. They're not very strong, but they're still good chips. They're okay chips. 1,000 zenny is $1. No, 100 zenny is $1. So 1,500 zenny is 1,500 zenny. And 1,500 zenny, bring that down, $15. As soon as Will gets back, we'll talk about regular chips. Which, unfortunately, neither of these can be considered a regular chip for you guys right now, because both of these will require 4 regular memory, and you guys only have 3 regular memory. You had heard 15,000? Yeah, I think I had said it at one point. I think Will had said it at one point, but we both misspoke it. Currently, the only chips that they can use as regular chips are these 3 chips. Bing. Speaking of which, Alan, upon getting this chip, would have made that his reaction chip, so he's going to put that there. Cross-check! Because it's basically just guard, but much more powerful. It doesn't have the reflecting damage thing that guard has, but it's still really good. Fuck math, literally. Just get math out of here. Who needs it? Get math out of my video games and out of my games things. I've already actually mentioned what regular chips are to you guys outside of game. Have I not, Squeaky? Squacky?
One more time.
Nobody's paying attention to me tonight. Everybody hates me. But no, I said I've already mentioned what regular chips were to you guys outside of game, right?
Regular chips are ones that we can use kind of as reaction commands or something.
Okay, so because I've already mentioned it to Will outside of game, and because Will is still gone, I think I'll go over what regular chips are going to be for now, and I'll bring the you wanted, which one did you want again, Squeaky? You wanted the sword, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if Yome, right now, Yome has 3 regular memory, and the Cyber Sword takes 2 regular memory to make his regular chip. What this means is that Yome will have Cyber Sword on her. It will give her a constant boost. This one in particular will give a +1 to her power stat, so her power is going to go up to 4 while having this as her regular chip. And she will be able to use Cyber Sword 1 time while she has it loaded into her. That 1-time use will then cause that to be used up, and she won't be able to use it again until she completely refreshes herself. And as soon as you use it, that bonus to your power goes away. By the way,
I'm back.
so you only get the bonus while it's not on cooldown.
Yeah.
So that's basically what regular chips are about. And Will, I already told you guys regular chips before the game, right?
I think maybe.
Yes, because that's when you chose air shot.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
We get yeah.
So basically, what this guy's gonna do is he's gonna tell you guys exactly what I just said. He's gonna let you guys know that you guys are gonna be getting that you can equip one of your chips. He tells you which ones are available for you currently, which are the 3 chips I already told you about: air shot, cyber sword, and guard. You chose air shot. Air shot is able to give you a +1 to your speed, which means that your speed is currently above the cap for speed. As well as you are able to use air shot 1 time. Once you've used it, it goes on cooldown and you lose the bonus to your speed. But you guys are able to use these chips as an action on your turns 1 time. So upon setting those 2 as your regular chips, you can't use Vulcan right now, King Midas, because Vulcan requires a much larger cost for regular memory. Vulcan is a much stronger chip. Currently, the next ones they can possibly get are these 2, the ones that you guys just bought, because these will be for regular memory. But we'll get to that later.
Hey, Obi, I got you a bubble. A single bubble.
It's a single
Thank
bubble.
you.
As
Oh,
he sets up your regular chip, you feel a little bit faster upon that happening, Bug Vader, upon this guy helping you set your regular chip in the PET. And that should do it, my friend. Thank you very much for listening to this poor shopkeeper in his woes upon setting you all on a good path for yourselves and defending the innocent as well as I have. Would you like to buy more chips?
You know I don't. Please stop.
I do not have any more chips that are possibly on the level that you might want to obtain. However, if you would like to buy secondary chips of either Heat Shot or Bubbler, then please come and tell me. As he just looks down, it is 6:35.
Those 5 minutes lasted forever. Why do people do this? Why do they annoy you? Don't they know it clouds my judgment, makes me do things like buy stuff without thinking?
You wish to buy stuff without thinking? Well, sir, I have just the right things for you.
Ah!
I think we're gonna head out. We're actually looking to go program shopping. Ah, program shopping. Well, don't let me stand in your way, my young friend. Have a wonderful day, Quack.
Oh, I can't stay mad at a duck.
I'm just gonna always change his voice and demeanor every time he shows up because I can never remember.
Now, that's part of his business. It makes people think he's a different person, so if they were annoyed at the last one, they'll forget it's him.
Oh yeah, that last guy? Yeah, he was shit. I hated him. I had him fired.
You see, we passed down this mask from skis bag to skis bag.
It is at that point that you are able to make your way to the other side of the mall, heading off toward a section of the mall that is just outside on this side. As you do, you find the program shop that Alan was talking about as he motions to it. This is where I usually get all of the basic programs that go with having Navi. As soon as he's saying that, you guys hear very, very quick and very like stomping footsteps behind you.
Oh god, we don't want to buy any more chips!
He goes inside the shop.
Are you kidding me? Is this happening?
Maybe we should go and check, says Cross.
Alan, what time is it?
6:37. You guys enter the shop.
set an alarm for 6:45.
As you do, you see a man behind the counter with a duck mask.
Why?
I hear you're looking for some chips.
We
I
know
mean
it's
programs.
you. We know it's you.
Excuse me, sir. I don't know what you're talking about. Would you like
Yeah,
to would you like to check out my wares? Here at Higsby's Program Emporium, I mean the Program Emporium, we love to help you out with any of your programming needs. What kind of programs are you doing are around you, Bug Vader? How did you know his name was Bug Vader? I checked his schematics whenever I was upgrading him.
So you are the same person.
Would you like to buy some programs, Bug Vader?
Why are you doing this?
So, from what you had said earlier, Bug Vader, you'd like to upgrade your basic virus control, correct?
Yes.
Would you like
But
to?
how much time will that take?
I mean, you can get the program and install it later.
That'll do.
What would you like to get the advanced virus control, or would you like to get the expert virus control?
What's the difference?
A lot of money is the difference.
Since it's party money, I'll go for advanced for now.
Okay, you want to know how much the advanced is?
Yeah.
The advanced programs on here are listed as 20,000.
That one.
You want to buy it?
Yep.
Okay.
Don't give me a backstory. I just want it.
You would like to just to make sure you'd like to buy advanced virus control, correct? This will increase the capacity of viruses that you can attempt to befriend. This will also make your rolls for getting weaker viruses stronger. And it'll increase the capacity of how many viruses you can have under your control at one given time.
Just please.
I'm talking to you, Will. Like,
Yeah, I understand.
okay, is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
Okay. Bop, bop, bop. But it goes to. God, you know what? Let's not mess it up. I'm just gonna grab a quackulator. I'm not gonna mess this up. 1 1.
What do you mean a quackulator?
5 0 0 minus 2 0 0 0 0. Okay, that's what I thought it was. 9 8 5. Why aren't you doing it right? There we go.
Yeah, who the fuck is
9,
Will?
There we are. We bring your zenny down to 98,500 zenny, as we do. He hands you what appears to be a small drive. This drive seems to be of a branded drive. You see the brand seems to be S Network. This is the S Net Virus Control Advanced. And as you have that in your hands, he tells you that it would take it only takes around 3 hours to install.
I'll do that later.
Upon you guys going in there and him trying to get you to buy more chips / programs, Alan doesn't really know what Yome
Wait.
wants.
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Bug prepared me for this. I forgot. He takes out a script. No, we do not want a warranty. No, we do not want your subscription plan. No, I am sure.
Like every
Please
time you
stop.
said that, he'd like open his mouth and like have a finger up, and then he'd stop. Then he'd open his mouth and he'd stop. Then he'd open his mouth and he'd stop.
Yes, I do understand that it is cheaper in the long run to get a warranty, but I am not interested at the moment. Please stop. I have my rights.
I have my rights. At the end of it, you guys end up leaving the facility. You get your program, and upon looking at Alan's PET, it is around 6:40 at the moment.
Okay. I'll wait 5 minutes, then I could go outside and wait 15 minutes.
Well, I'm guessing that means you don't want to go to the hospital with us then, Bug Vader?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay. We'll come and check on you at the flower shop when we're done, okay? Well, I guess
How far
I will.
is the hospital, actually?
About a half hour away.
Ooh.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
I can make it there myself.
Alright. But if something happens, I'll feel really guilty.
Okay.
So be extra safe.
All right. Hope
For me.
nothing bad happens. Wink. I'm kidding. As Alan and Cross seem to make their way away from you, they give you a bit of a wave, and you make your way off in the other direction. Bug Vader, as you're running off in this direction, you hear the pitter-pattering of feet behind you.
Oh no, please not. I don't want to buy anything!
As you see him running at you, do you keep going or do you want to wait on him?
I'm going to try and outrun him.
You start sprinting down the road as he gets
He
over
has
there.
the script. No, I would not like a subscription plan. No, I understand the... Your prices are fantastic. I just have to feed a family. Really?
Bug Vader, you make your way away from the area, and we'll get to you whenever you get back over to the flower shop.
Okay.
Yome.
Yeah.
You make your way to standing just outside of the wrong one, my bad. This is the one that's outside of John's house. Boop. You make your way until you're just outside of one of the entrances to the park. As you are basically circling that, not really knowing which area to go to see Savannah. However, upon making your way to that certain point, if I can fucking find her on here, where is she?
I think you had lost Savannah last time too.
Did I lose Savannah last time too?
Yeah,
is that why she's not
looked
here?
For her because we didn't need her.
Here's Caliber.
Turns out, I have a new theory. Turns out the reason Lotus doesn't want Bug Vader earlier than 7 is because he's running the store before 7.
I can't remember. I don't think she was yeeted at any point, but
I don't know where she's at. She's been either yeeted or deleted. That's all I know.
she might have accidentally been deleted.
Simple enough fix.
Yeah.
I'll
I
just
just have
grab
no
the
idea,
Prez, copy, paste. Perfect. Look at that. Everything's perfect. Oh god, do I have to make the token though? Because that would suck. Because I don't know if I have the bust token. That might have been in my stuff that got deleted. Because I don't keep that in the same spot. Yep, I'm gonna have to remake the bust real quick.
Crazy bus, ride onto the crazy bus.
Yeah, because I don't.
Give me just a moment, everybody. I'm going to try to recreate the Savannah bus, not in the best way possible, but in the fastest way possible.
Yeah, because I'm trying to remember what was the last thing
We don't need to worry
her.
about it. It's we got it.
Yeah.
I just need to make sure the dimensions are correct because they are actually a specific size, which is why I didn't want to make bugs earlier. I think this will be fine for now. It's not the specific size it needs to be, but it should be fine.
As the news goes on, this just in: a giant penguin masked fellow is rejecting a store owner's, and I quote, crazy deals.
He likes to say that they're so crazy. How crazy are they? Anyway.
When confronted for questioning, the Penguin Mask Vigilante stated the following.
I know that as soon as I put this one in too, that like
We're
everybody's
find
gonna
the
get
other
on.
one.
Huh?
I thought we're gonna suddenly find.
No, as soon as I put this one in, people are gonna get mad at me for how I spell Savannah, because I spell it differently every single time I write it down,
Oh.
and I don't
What's
want to go.
this
And I
about
don't want to go
Savannah's
into my
books?
note. I don't want to go into my notes and see what her actual name is spelled like in my notes. So.
Look, the only
that's
busting
fine.
Savannah's gonna be
Yeah,
doing is
that's
busting
actually
a
almost
nut.
exactly like it was before.
Not Savannah.
Not Javama.
I think I use it with an H. I don't know. I know it's 2 N's.
Yeah. I think it's so. I think it's been with an H.
Bust
Yeah.
back down. Right, she was this one, I believe.
Then a lesbian.
Perfect. All right. So now that we've done that, people are. I mean, it's fine. Don't worry about the spelling. I'll fix it outside of game if I need to.
I think they're saying that they don't care about the spelling.
No. Don't worry about it, guys. I know it bothers everybody. But don't worry about it. I know it's a hideous atrocity to look at, but you just have to fucking calm down and it's understandable. I know. You know what? Let's just call her Caliber. There we go. That'll fix everything. There we go.
Actually, she's Saber.
There we go. We'll just call her Caliber.
Aw. I didn't mind it.
I know. I'm playing around.
So how do you spell Caliber?
Different every time. I'm kidding. Angry Savannah noises. Anywho, as you make your way over toward the section, you see that Savannah's just kind of standing there at one of the entrances to the park, just kind of leaning up against one of the park fences. As you make your way over.
I'm sorry. Did I make you wait?
Mm-hmm. Oh no, I just got here.
Did you really?
Of course. She just gives a smile. It's just like, I'm glad you chose a shirt that definitely isn't the same thing you wore yesterday. I'm kidding.
Are you hungry? Are you
God,
hungry?
I'm tall. Hold on a minute. This is why I can tell that it isn't the same aspect ratio I usually use. There we go.
Wait a minute, these aren't high heels, they're fucking stilts.
See, they have to be a certain cut so that they actually look like they're supposed to be the height they are. That's why I know that that one was wrong. Anywho. She just kind of looks over. No, not at all. I'm sure. Why not? Do you want to eat something? We can go eat something.
Well,
Holds up the sandwich.
She looks at the sandwich. She looks at you. Yo, man, did you just bring a sandwich from Alan's house out into the open, walking around a park that you didn't know where I would be at?
I mean,
Sure, I'd love it.
Finish it and I didn't want to wait, so I put it in a baggie.
You didn't tell me you put it in any baggie.
now it is in one. Now it is.
I don't know. Let's roll a luck and see if there was any baggies at Alan's place. Notorious for having bagged lunches, of course. No, you're on the plate. You covered it with a paper towel.
I put a plate on top of another plate.
Why is it on a plate? Well, you see, what's that? Takes one of Savannah's baggies while she looks away. What the fuck you talking about, bitch?
She just takes the sandwich, just like, oh yeah, fine, I'll take it. I wouldn't say no to anything you made me, Yome. As she just opens her mouth, takes a bite.
Squeaky says 1 sec with an X and 7S.
No.
Sorry about that. Okay.
She said sorry with a Z and not an S.
Yeah, I typed too quickly. I wasn't looking at the keyboard. There you go. I fixed it. So she's eating it?
She said, "Yeah, of course. I wouldn't turn down anything you made me."
Well, I didn't make it.
You know Alan's DILF?
Well, the reason it took me a little bit long to get here was that Alan's father came home. So, I made him something to eat. And he helped me.
So, he helped you make this?
More or less. I was making a sandwich, and then he brought out some ingredients and made another sandwich.
This is Alan's dad's sandwich, isn't it?
Yes. I didn't want to throw it out.
As she
It's bad, is it not?
as she takes the sandwich, sniffs it. Ah, yes, his aftershave.
She just kind of like looks at the sandwich, obviously disappointed that Yome didn't make the sandwich. Then she just kind of shrugs and takes another bite of it.
Have you seen
That's pretty good.
Alan's dad?
I had a bite
She has
of
not.
this one. I had
Well,
a bite
if you
out of-
did, you would rub that sandwich on your clit anyway.
I had a bite out of this one.
No, she ate hers.
That's fixing to say. I'm pretty sure you didn't say that.
Next time, though, if you want me to, I can make you a sandwich.
You don't find that too demeaning or anything?
Why would it be demeaning?
I mean, it's just kind of, a bit on the nose, don't you think?
On the nose? I can also make pancakes, though I don't think you could put that in a lunchbox.
Work at home girl, making all the food, especially just making a sandwich.
Joker, look.
I mean, is it bad?
No,
Alan knows how to make sandwiches. He's the one that taught me.
Already got you making sandwiches.
Everybody just has that thought in their head whenever you say that.
Already got you making
Egg River gave $2. It just mirrors Yome dating everybody. Shame-spiration. There's no shame in that. You're allowed to date whoever you want to until you actually start dating someone. That's what dating's about. As long as you're single, you can do what you want.
Right now, I can only make a sandwich and pancakes. I'm willing to learn other things, though. I've just not had the opportunity.
Oh yeah? Deco? I know one thing singleness can't do.
What's that?
Fill the void inside.
It's true. There's no lie here.
But I don't have that void anymore, so I'm good.
You're old-fashioned? How do you think other people got... What do you mean you're old-fashioned? If you go on a date with someone, it doesn't mean you're boyfriend or girlfriend. It's never meant that. That's what dating places has been like. Say you're old-fashioned.
Well,
back then in the 50s, what a lot of women used to do, they would be called dating for dinner, where they would go on dates with men and the men would buy them food and that's how they would eat, and that was the 50s.
But
no, it's fine, Eggy. I understand what you mean, but it's like, what do you mean old-fashioned?
Old-fashioned. It's post-Disney era. Because the Disney era, there's that, true love thing. So dating is, just one step to marriage, even though you don't know yet. And that's why there's a bunch of underage... not underage marriage. Young adults marrying when it's not going to work out.
And that's why a lot of old sitcoms have husbands resenting their wives.
Yep.
Back to this now.
Also, again, I'll mention to people because it happened again, but I don't like it. So whenever it does get mentioned, I do want to let people know. Please try not to tell me to get back at something, because I will probably time you out at that point. Don't tell me how to DM. Either way. As we get back to this, she just kind of looks at you as you mentioned that you can make other things other than just sandwiches and pancakes and all that. I've never been really one for making things, unfortunately. So there's not really a lot I can do to help you make things for Alan or his dad or anything.
We could learn together. Would that not be fun? I heard that cooking is fun when people do it. Multiple people.
Not really. Well, She just kind of looks at you. I'm not that interested in it, to be honest.
That is fair, I guess. Everyone has their own interests.
To be fair, the other day whenever us and Donovan went out, I wasn't really that interested in that either. I'm not really too into dress up and cooking and that kind of thing.
Well then, aside from net battling, what are you interested in?
She kind of thinks. As she does, she takes another bite of the sandwich. You,
Well, why me?
Alan, other people.
Why Alan?
Bit of a people watcher.
Well, you have said that in the past.
I don't really have a whole bunch of, well, I don't really have a whole bunch of hobbies, to be fair. I wouldn't even be in this part of town if it wasn't for, well, my mom getting a job over at the government center.
Oh.
The place here, your school that Alan goes to and stuff, it's for people who are, I guess, a little more rich, whether that be in influence or in actual funds. And me and my mom, we didn't really have that until pretty recently. And, well, she only really has that for other reasons, but let's not even get into that. It's not really I don't really have a lot of things to do here. She motions over to the park. Used to be over near the edge of town. We could go into places like this or like some abandoned buildings and stuff and search them out, but nothing like that around here. People even tell me not to go in here. I don't know why. I've been through a couple of times.
Apparently, the park network is quite dangerous. It
Oh.
has been compromised.
It's not going to be that dangerous for me and Caliber. But I do understand you don't want to go in there. Don't worry, I won't make you.
I appreciate it. This is a public copy bot, so I do not know what could happen. To it or to me.
She kind of just like looks at you. I mean, we could always just go in the regular way. Kind of like brings up her PET. If you're worried about the copy bot, I mean.
It could still be a bit dangerous. I've heard there are viruses.
We could send Caliber in, and then we could just kind of watch what he does. I don't want to put you in any danger, but I mean, I'm a pretty good net op. I'm pretty sure I could operate you pretty well.
What about if something happens to Caliber?
She kind of looks at the PET at Caliber. Just kind of like looks back at you. I mean, not a lot. Sure, I could just put everything back where it was. You guys kind of got upset at me the other day for saying things, but Caliber, he's not really got much about him.
No, I understand now. There is a difference between me and him. But he could be built upon.
Definitely. I hear that whenever Navis do get some sort of autonomy, they do remember how they were like before they got it, but right now, just looking at him, I mean, I'm not that smart. I don't really know what to do about it, you know? Whenever Cross came and checked on him and messed with some of his code, I don't even know what she did, to be honest. I tried looking at it, and it's all Greek to me.
Would you be interested in customizing Caliber? If you could.
I mean, wouldn't be against it, I guess. As long as it doesn't slow him down or stop him from kicking butt, you know?
I heard customization can be pretty expensive, but, I mean...
no go then.
Alan was able to make us, though. I don't know how much money he spent, but here I am. There must be some way around it. If not, if Alan doesn't know, then maybe...
Then maybe what?
Then maybe Jan.
There you go. I couldn't really hear you, sorry.
She is apparently very proficient in, customization. She talked to me about mixing records.
Oh yeah, what's that?
It is like, but not exactly like sex.
Yeah,
Hmm?
you wanted to do it with John?
No, not me. With Chillfox.
Chill Fox wants to do it with John?
No, mixing records, it is not like that, but it is when two Navis do something with their information and something comes forth from it.
I want to do John?
uh, Interesting. That's
could
why
yield-
you guys were together yesterday? You were, mixing records with Chill Fox?
No, I didn't do it.
Oh, okay. Why not?
Because I do not understand it entirely myself. I thought that it was like sex, but then she said it was not. It is merely because she had thought about having Chillfox mix records with Beastman, and
Oh, so it's just
Beastman.
like getting some new programs or things out of it?
You can get programs, or battle chips, or even a whole new Navi.
You had me at Battle Chips.
Well,
Listen, we need to
she-
mix records right now.
I don't know if I can mix records with Caliber.
Is it because he's not customized or whatever?
I don't know. Maybe I can and maybe I cannot. I don't know too much about it either. But I know that if I do mix records with Chillfox, John only wants a Navi if it comes out of it. She is not interested in a style or a battle chip or anything like that.
She said she would like a program or a Navi.
Or a program. Although, if it is possible for me to mix records with Caliber as well, we could think about that. But what do you think me and Caliber could create together?
You with a sword arm? Yeah, I can see how that wouldn't work.
You could already.
Sweet,
you could al-
sweet love.
I already have Cyber Sword.
Yeah, it seems like this is more for your kind of Navis. How come everything always good happens to the customized Navis? I couldn't even try to become a city net batter without a customized Navi, you know?
Really?
Yeah, they wouldn't let me. They said that they wanted the Navi to be able to make its own decisions.
I guess that makes sense. But even still, you have a lot of skill. You can do a program advance where people like Anastasia could not.
I was listening to that, by the way. She got the timing all wrong. She shouldn't have waited.
Is it only the timing?
It's more than that. There's a bunch of things that can go wrong whenever you're trying to do a program advance. First off, you could do it and then just completely botch it and destroy your Navi. Which has happened a couple of times. The timing's also a thing. You could miss the timing and just have the sword and wide sword out there. However, at that point, your Navi gets really slow and sloppy. There's also... Make sure. It's also kind of almost like an itch, you know? Like, I've done it with a couple of Navis before, but there's something different about Caliber. He seems more attuned to it. Like, there's a little bit more of an itch, a little bit more of a sweet spot for him, you know? I think it's because of what I did to him. He's a little bit customized with this sword, you see. She kind of like points at her PET at the sword arm that Caliber has. The only thing I really learned how to do was, well, set up this thing here. I was able to take the data from a cyber sword, and I was able to make that into a program for him. And it seemed to change what type of a Navi he is. So he's a sword Navi, I guess is what they said. And he's better off with sword chips like that. Like, he's just better suited for them. I know a little bit about that. I know about Navi types and weaknesses and stuff like that. Like, from what I can tell with you, from everything that Caliber showed me, what happened, and everything I've seen so far with you, you're a cracking type, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not a very common Navi type, but there are a bunch of programs that work with it. You know those little things that follow Bug Vader around?
Yes.
Those are cracking type viruses. They're metools.
Mm-hmm.
They do this thing that where they can send off those little pickaxes and little shockwaves come off of them.
Mm-hmm.
There's a chip for it, actually. She starts like going into her pockets. Where is it? I don't think I actually have it here, unfortunately. She starts going through her pockets as she's trying to be like, I can't find. Whatever. Listen, it's called Shockwave. It's a pretty common chip from those viruses. If you can go and get it, it's a cracking type chip. You'd probably get a lot of use out of that since you're a cracking type Navi.
I see. That is quite interesting.
I
And
noticed that Alan doesn't have a lot of chips.
no, he does not, unfortunately.
His folder also seems pretty small.
Mm.
Probably because you guys aren't really used to taking chips in. One of the things that I do have here, she brings up Caliber schematics, as you see that he has advanced virus busting,
Oh.
which if you remember over at Bug Vader's, not virus busting, blah blah blah, he has advanced battle chip handling. Bug Vader has basic battle chip handling.
Mm-hmm.
There's certain things you can do that increase the sweet spot, kind of, as it goes on. And when it comes to Caliber, I made sure that he was, well, the best he could be. I didn't really have a lot of money to throw around, but I was able to get this one. It's probably the most expensive thing in him. If he were to go down, I'd probably be shit out of luck when it comes to this. But maybe it'd still be around. It was still around the last time he exploded.
You do not have any backups of him.
Backup data's pretty expensive for something that just sits there. Again, I don't want to sound like a bitch. I feel like I
No.
kind of did the other day. But
It is
when it
fine.
comes to Caliber, another Caliber would be cheaper than backup data. At
I
the
see.
small risk of losing this program, which is pretty small if I were to just take him apart, to be honest.
I see. It is quite alright. Now that I have a better understanding between basic and customized Navis, it is something that cannot really be helped at the end of the day. But I'm glad to see that you are doing alright. I was a little bit worried about you. Well, after everything that happened in the theater, it must have been scary, was it not?
You think I had time to be scared with the Prez with me?
I mean, you had also lost your battle chips.
Whenever I went back to look for them, Beastman and the Prez said they'd help me out. So we went back and checked things out, but we weren't able to get much done until someone snuck up behind us and turned Beastman off. Whenever his copybot got turned off, it was unfortunate we weren't able to really get a hold of it again before that flick girl, that one grabbed us. But it wasn't all that bad. I mean, first off, that flick girl grabbed us, but second off, most of the time, whenever I felt like I was about to freak out, that girl, that Prez, the president, she was just so funny.
Really?
She
What
was
did
just
she do?
nonchalant about everything.
Uh,
She just kept staring forward at one of the monitors. She just watched movies the entire night. It was hilarious.
That is very interesting. And did you watch movies with her?
I guess, yeah. I mean, there wasn't much else to do. That girl didn't show up in the room she put us in for quite a bit, and there wasn't any way we were going to yell through the glass, and no one else came to check on us. There wasn't a lot we could do, but as soon as I got there, I saw that my battle chips were in the same room, so she just kind of shrugs. I wasn't too worried after that point. I was like, are you seriously kidnapping 2 people from a prestigious high school? There's no way we're going to be here for more than a couple of days. And we were only there for like not even one before she got arrested. Not to say that what you guys did wasn't great, but I felt like her plan was eventually just going to kind of sort itself out. What was she going to do, kill us?
I mean, she almost killed Alan.
What?
Flick was choking him.
Oh. She kind of like puts her
So-
hand around her neck a little bit.
It was scary for me. So when we had found out that you and the press had been captured, I was very worried that you had been hurt. That the press had been hurt. Because if she was willing to kill Alan, who knows what she would have done to you or the press.
Well, that's messed up. Maybe she would have, I guess. It never really crossed my mind that she would do something like that. Huh.
I mean, if she had gotten away with what she did, you and the president would have been witnesses. She seemed to have ties with someone very, very suspicious. After they cut her off, well, I do not know what happened after she was arrested. I'm surprised you have not been approached by the authorities. After all, you would be still considered a witness to what happened.
When it came to everything, well, when they were asking me for who I was and my address and things like that, I lied. I didn't think it was that big of a deal.
It is very much so a big deal, Savannah.
I guess I didn't understand exactly what was going on in there. My bad.
No, it is all right. Like you said, you did not understand.
I didn't want them to come to the house and let Mom know what happened and stuff like that, so I just told them I lived somewhere else. I gave them an old address that wasn't even ours. They'll probably go there and find it somewhere back in the back in the rough part of town. I don't want to call the ghetto because I don't want to basically lose this conversation I've been having the entire day today. No, but they'll probably just go and find that and see where it's at and just walk away. I doubt that they'll really look into it too much, and I felt it was a lot easier than letting my mom know that I was kidnapped. I don't even think she realized I was gone.
I guess that does make some sort of sense. Not wanting to worry your mother.
She's been doing a lot. It's her new job. I'm sure she's just tired.
Are you close with your mother?
Kind of had to be. I mean, not really a lot of people to really get close to. It's kind of been me and her for a bit now. The rest of the family we don't really talk about or go and see at all. So, it's just me and her.
I see.
We're good though, especially now.
That is good. I had felt I had been noticing a trend. Children living with parents that they might not want to live with.
No, I love her. I mean, I'm already not living with a parent I don't want to live with.
Well then, if you are alright, then that is a relief for me. I had wanted to check on you earlier today, but I was updating.
I'd asked Alan about you. Cross said you guys were fine, and he seemed really worried. You should probably check on his stuff, by the way. He seemed like he was kind of out of it. I'll send the work we did over with Caliber later today.
Yes, of course.
Just kind of make sure he did all the work. He
Mhm.
probably did. I'm sure Cross was on it, but just in case.
Yes, I will check on it. Cross will not be around after tomorrow.
Yeah, she was saying bye. It's kind of weird. I mean, she says that she's still going to be his Navi, but she just won't be around at school, probably.
Yeah, she is doing an internship.
It must be nice to have Navis like you guys. Maybe I will look into the whole customizing thing. Even if it's just to, I don't know, have someone to chat with.
Well, if you ever do need someone to chat with, you could always send me a message.
It works both ways. You sure your date buddy there won't get mad?
Who, Alan?
I was talking about the guy you had a date with yesterday.
Oh, Chill Fox.
What, is he
there
pretty
is-
chill about it?
Well, we are only friends.
Hmm.
We merely did it so as to not third wheel.
Gotcha, and you're just casually thinking about having crazy robot sex.
No, I am not. Not with Chill Fox.
It doesn't seem like that's what it is. I just wanted to say it like that.
No, I do not think Chill Fox sees it as that. And I really guess it isn't that anyway. But that is the conclusion I came to based on what I was.
She just kind of leans back against the fence behind her. So the date you had yesterday ended up in not having someone to be your date. The whole thing of hanging out with Alan doesn't seem to be going amazingly well. What's going on with you? Where you trying to go with all these dates?
All these dates?
You
Well,
said we were gonna have a little date, right?
well, I thought maybe you'd want to spend some time after your traumatic experience.
I do,
Well,
but
I have until 8 o'clock. Besides the park, is there anything you wish to do? I am
mean-
willing to do anything.
I do wish to say one thing before anything happens in any sort of dating scenario. Just want to come across with something before we get too far into it. I mean, there's a reason I would date someone. I wouldn't.
This could be.
I wouldn't
could be
make it a. I wouldn't really consider it a date to just have between friends. If I were to
guess-
date someone, I'd want to. Not now, of course. Not. She just kind of like scratches like the back of her head. I mean, I would be looking for multiple dates if things went well. If that's fine.
I mean, there will be many times where I'll probably be out. I do not have my own copy bot yet, but Alan does not seem to mind me going out on my own. As you can see, I'm here.
Would you be fine if I was treating this date as more of a getting to know for future dates?
Of course. That way we can see how well we like spending time with one another.
And you'd be fine with that? Spending time with me?
Well, I wouldn't be here if I wasn't okay with the idea, would I?
Perfect. Then where you want to go?
I do not know.
Well, if you don't know, and we can't go in there, she motions over toward the park.
Did you want to send Caliber in there? You seem to be quite confident in what you can do in here.
She looks at the park, looks back to you. Inside of her head, she's like, I don't want to put Yome in danger. But the other part of her head's like, I would love to show Yome how strong I am. Tell you what. You saw how strong me and Caliber are. You want to have a walk through the park? I'll have him keep things at bay for us. Or do you think that's a little too scary?
she's kind of like, she's looking around like as if she's looking for someone watching, and is just like,
I told Alan I wouldn't, but I have been a little bit curious, and unfortunately my curiosity does get the better of me, and you are really strong. So if you are confident that you can keep me safe,
Give me
then,
1 second. One moment. She kind of like walks a little bit away from you. She just turns down to her PET. Listen, Caliber.
listen, Caliber, you better not fuck this shit up.
Don't mess this up, all right? Here's the plan. Here's the plan, Caliber. You make any sort of noise, and I'll throw a chip in, and you make sure that you can take if you have any problems, you let me know immediately. Listen, we gotta do this together. I know that you don't have a personality right now, and you don't understand how urgent this is.
You don't know how important this is to me.
Listen, you little I'm kidding.
Listen here, you little shit. He's just staring into the abyss. If he had eyes, they'd be going in 2 different directions.
I think he understands.
that is good.
Well, let's see how things go.
And
She
let's
walks
hope we
over
don't-
toward the gate. As she does, she brings the string out from her PET. She seems to have a model of PET that is similar to Alan's. It doesn't seem to have the long keypad thing that his had. However, it does seem to be still a rather old model.
Mm-hmm.
Especially from what you can see, it still seems to be very analog and very wired.
Mm-hmm.
As she pulls it out, she puts it right into the gate. All right, jack in, Caliber, power up.
Oh God, what have I done?
We're about to find out what you did.
What have I done? I told Ellen I wouldn't let her convince me.
Here's the thing. It would have been weird if, you guys went in last night, cuz but at least at that point you would have had Bug Vader with you, and you would have had Chill Fox with you. But let's see what goes on with you guys just going in here.
Wee.
As she seems to Jack Caliber in, you guys see that some of the lights inside the area begin to turn on as Caliber kind of seems to shine a light from the street lights that are there. It's not dark. It's still it's still very light in the sky, but you can tell that within the next half hour probably it will get dark.
Yeah, so it's like she's trying to be like, it's still light out. As soon as it gets dark, we'll leave.
Exactly.
The only issue is going in at dark. It's not dark.
Everything's fine.
It'll be fine.
As she seems to do that, Caliber turns on all of the lights in the area so that all of the routes through the park are decently well lit. She puts a hand back towards you. It's like, well, do you trust me?
What? Do you trust me? Yes? Then jump!
Yes.
She has her hand out.
Yep, she takes her hand.
Deco, make sure you put the 18 plus at the bottom there, along with the Brazers logo.
The two of you make your way into the park. As you guys go into the park, let's see what's for just a minute. Let's see what's going on over with Bug Vader.
Yeah.
Oh, I stubbed my toe.
Oh.
Bug Vader, you have made it outside of the flower shop with several minutes to spare. You have about 10 minutes left to spare.
Good.
Do you want to wait 10 minutes outside the shop, or do you want to be at a couple of stores away and wait? What do you want to do?
If there's silence here, does that mean I actually killed him?
Huh?
The store owner that was chasing me.
No, he didn't chase you too far.
Oh, he actually gave up?
Yes, he did.
Wow, that's bad for business. I was
was-
catching up to me.
He was mostly running back to the chip shop in case you stopped there. But once you ran away, he's like, oh.
Okay.
But no, do you want to
Anyway,
be waiting outside of the shop itself, or do you want to wait like a couple of stores back until it becomes exactly 7?
A couple stores back. I kept a promise. It's a promise.
Okay, so you will be walking in at exactly 7.
And she's probably gonna see that I'm exactly 2 stores beside, and I'm just literally standing there until 7 o'clock hits.
Okay, while you are a little bit
Well,
away,
actually,
Bug Vader.
technically, 6:59:50, giving me 10 seconds to walk over.
While you're a little bit away, Bug Vader, you notice that while you are sitting watching the flower shop and also watching the clock beside you and also watching your internal clock in the copybot,
Yeah.
while all that is going on, you notice that eventually a couple of people make their way out from the flower shop.
That's what I figured. I
It's-
promise not to question her. Promise not to question her.
It seems to be the same people that you guys had seen the other day who were being questioned by the mall police.
Let's not ask questions. Made a promise. Made a promise. Made a promise.
They seem to step out from where they are. They have their little briefcases beside them, and they seem to be walking in your direction because your direction is the direction back toward the mall.
He's gonna start sweating. I swear I'm not. Oh, okay. Nothing.
They get to a point where they're like right in front of you. Do you let them just pass by?
Yeah, just cold sweating. By the way, Bug knows about. Has figured there's something like this going on, so if he can, he will research into them.
Doop, doop, doo. You guys,
But Vader, on the other hand,
well, currently you guys don't know anything about these guys, so it's hard to research into them.
yeah.
You guys
I
don't,
said
you guys
if he
don't even
can.
know where. You guys don't even know which, like, what they're a part of, or like which parts of the mall they're a part of. Apparently, they were they're people who own something in the mall, but they just make their way right by you.
If I had to guess, they work for Two-Face.
Probably. As they make their way away from you, you look down at your clock. It is exactly 10 seconds until you have to go in.
I should have done that. Like, they start going by. No, I don't want any of your wares. Looking at the script.
Do you want to do something like that?
No, too late.
Okay.
It's
As they walk right by, do you want to make your way back over toward the flower shop?
Yep. Gotta make sure I'm in front of the flower shop at exactly 7.
Boop. You get at the flower shop. As you do, you stand in front of the flower shop at exactly 7 o'clock. You look inside as you see what appears to be a lotus inside behind the counter. Do you want to make your way in?
Yes. Actually, first,
Mhm.
knock on the door.
Of the shop.
Yeah.
You knock on the frame of the door because the shop's grates have not been brought down. As you knock on the frame, she seems to like look up towards you. Let me get her again.
As the door is kind of opening and closing because it's clearly open.
Let me get her in here and have it just kind of like halfway here so you can still be at the front of the store.
He's polite, motherfucker.
She seems to see you and she waves
Joker,
to you,
look.
waving you in.
We have more money.
Tamana
Yeah.
King just gave $20 saying, "Inspiration of Vader, you can do this."
Hell yeah. He's
very
gonna
much,
step into the door, and then I'm gonna use one of my event token things.
7, 8, 9, 10. Event token. That's not an event token.
It's gonna make things interesting.
I mean, if you blow up, yeah.
You just
Why
step
let it-
in, all of a sudden you just explode.
I don't know what's gonna happen, but let's Jack!
Okay, definitely. Let me
Yeah.
let me get the thing up. We haven't had any of these used in a while. Let's see what goes on
I've
here.
been waiting for a time no one would suspect it.
Mega
Use
Man
that
fate
fate
cards.
card, my boy.
Alrighty. Go ahead and roll me a d12, my sir.
Alright. Alan, you got one? No, okay. I'll actually go to my table.
This can go really well, or your turn can immediately end.
Yeah! Here it is. Okay. And roll! 7.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We got the DM gasp. Oh no. Oh no.
But
What
how
did
does
you
this
do?
work?
What did you do? What did you do? What did he get?
Hey, Squeaky, you said you want to add on? Like we do at the same time?
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
So, how does this work?
What did he get?
He's got one that's been used before.
Yes!
Let's see.
Don't guess. No guessing.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna
I said yes, not guess.
I'm not guessing out loud.
What
Give
it
me-
is,
give me
Iggy,
1
is
second.
don't
Give
worry
me-
about it.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna take a second to drink this Powerade while I debate between two scenarios in my head.
Oh, hey, there's nothing lame if it became like a plant. Okay? Do you know how terrifying plants can be in the jungle?
I mean, poison ivy.
Oh yeah, poison ivy, but like Venus flytraps, motherfucker.
Again, it's like whatever you got.
Okay.
If it's what okay.
Fader,
Yeah? What up, buddy?
you make your way into the shop.
Okay.
Upon doing so, you notice that Lotus isn't the only one in the shop.
Yes! We're gonna get some BX story.
As you look forward, do I have a good thing for this person yet? Because I did not expect them to be here yet. You know what? Let's go with you. Let's go with that one. I was gonna have this one be remade at some point, but I think until it's remade, it's still fine.
Let's see, what background music? How about Riot from Hunter x Hunter? Okay.
Oh, who's that?
You see what appears to be a man inside the shop with her.
AZ?
As you look at this man, he seems to have very long hair. He seems to be very, very bulky, very, very, very well built. But upon what you can tell of him, just seeing him like lifting up and putting down different plants in the area, he seems to be rather strong. Basically meaning he's either an extremely strong person or he could potentially be someone in a copy bot.
Or he's someone that would literally destroy the world. Friend back.
He's not AZ.
He's not AZ. He never even appeared in the anime.
Well, he should have, because AZ was one of the most awesome things of the generation.
As you make your way inside, Lotus just kind of like waves you over as he is just kind of like messing with some things over on the side.
Oh, sorry. Is that your master?
Oh, no, he's not. Don't worry about him. He helps out from time to time.
Okay.
I wouldn't worry too much. I have to get back into the Lotus voice. There we go. I wouldn't worry too much about him. Are you all right?
I
She reaches
I'm-
across the counter, and as she does, she seems to kind of like touch your face slightly.
as she starts initiates blush.cpp.
Your copybot is glistening.
My what?
Your copybot is glistening. It looks as
You
if
looked.
it looks as if you are sweating. You look, you kind of like bring your hand across your copybot's face as you notice there is some wetness on your fingers upon doing so. It looks as if your copybot seems to be sweating.
Is this sweating? Is that supposed to be a nervous thing that humans have?
I mean, yes, but copybots also use that as regulating their body temperatures.
Oh, it might be nervousness. After all, I did see those two people out there, and I wanted to ask questions, but I shouldn't ask questions because that's rude and not keeping my promise.
Those two people out there. You mean?
Yes.
Mm.
I promised myself I wouldn't ask questions. I think I asked before, but it's your business, not mine.
She seems to for a second, just look over toward the man over in the other part of the shop.
Is that their daddy? I'm kidding.
I'm a bit worried about you, Bug Vader. Again, you seem to be having some problems regulating your temperature, and you're probably not at the point to be accepting data as you see it. Maybe you were hallucinating.
He's about to object, but then goes, yeah, that's probably it. As he looks and kind of acknowledges, okay, now in front of other people. Got it.
This person seems to just go about what they're doing, as you're like, yeah, you're probably right.
So who's that guy?
Again, he just works here every now and then. This seems to contradict exactly what she told you yesterday about nobody working here.
Ah, so you're getting popular around here suddenly, huh?
Yeah, definitely. Maybe you should sit down for a moment and let me get you something to wipe yourself off before you mess with the plants, okay? I'll be back in just a moment.
Would sweat damage the plants?
No, but I wished for you not to overexert yourself.
Alright, but I am gonna keep the promise. Don't you make me not keep the promise.
Of course. We have plenty of things you can help us out with, Bug Vader. Just stay right there.
Alright, do I feel tired as I finally sit down?
You don't feel tired, but Bug Vader, as she tells you to make sure to sit right there, she makes her way out and into the back. Upon doing that, again, you're kind of like sitting there trying to figure things out for yourself. Try to give me a scan.
Alright. I don't feel like hormones. Let's see it. Actually, put 2 in there if I have to. Actually,
Okay.
I don't know how much I have.
You have a lot.
Okay. 13, 15,
Oh.
17.
Oh, okay. We don't need to do the other thing then. As you're trying to sit there and figure things out, Bug Vader, you're trying to figure things out for yourself, but someone's already done that for you.
Nani?
Bug, he's fine. Go ahead and let him know he's fine, Bug.
You're fine, Bug. Don't worry. No, not Bug. You're fine. Don't worry about it. Ah. Yeah, I'd probably... Hold on a second.
Do you have what's up, Vader? Do you have any things to say? Any questions?
I'm in the copy bot right now.
Yep.
Yep. You're here.
Yep. Bug, Bug, of course you're here. You're always with him.
Yeah, kinda always with you, dude. No, you're... What do you mean by always? What does he mean by always?
Bug, you've been with him for quite a bit. Like, again, there's no real reason for him not to be with him in the copy bot. As far as you're concerned, you've been with him ever since his backup data was restored.
I've just been here, man. We're always together. It shouldn't be a surprise to you at this point.
I'd like to bring up, Will, that you could probably consider this voice that's happening. Of course, it's Bug. You could probably consider this voice that's happening Bug without a lot of the character development that's been happening the past 4 or 5 games. Just go ahead and do that. Also, this one probably doesn't remember any giggling or laughter that happened over at the thing. Just remember,
Okay. Okay, then, in that case... Why are you so concerned now?
No, oh God.
So he hasn't had development, but has he been listening?
He's been around. He's been keeping quiet ever since. I mean, there only needs to be one Bug voice currently. I mean, it's really weird how Bug's never been able to stay inside the copy bot whenever he goes into it. It's almost like that spot's been filled.
Look, just relax. After all, you and I both know that I'm the original version. Should it be surprising to you that I should finally find a way back? I guess not. Good, good. Now just sit still, alright?
Bug, it's really odd what's been happening the past several days. What's been happening is strange. Your two brothers, the two people that have been here, one of them seemed to come out of nowhere. You're not sure where this other Bug voice came from, but he seems to be from a Bug Vader of the past. Someone who hadn't lost, first just saying out loud, someone who didn't lose all the memories.
Out of character, I know.
Yeah.
He's faking. He's pretending he's the other Bug.
I've been alluding to this for quite a bit. It's really hard to do this without actual Bug here. But I always had told you after you guys had lost your data before that the Bug that you were playing did remember a lot of things and was kind of remembering the giggles from Yome, meaning that Bug was always that Bug.
Yeah, and this guy wouldn't remember because that's too much.
But this one has been sitting there listening to that Bug. He's been sitting there listening to that one as he's been slowly changing, and listening to this Vader as he's been slowly changing. They're going into their own roles for some reason, and much different than the original directive, Bug. Your directive. Yes. What was that directive, Bug? What's going on here? Why are they been changing so much?
We're supposed to be obtaining resources. We are Bug Vader. We are an entity that only needs to collect and maybe pretend to destroy. Though in actuality, we are as they are. We are the virus we claim to destroy.
What do you think about that, Vader?
No. We're not that anymore. Why not? What do you mean, why not? We're able to start anew. We're able to... So? What do you mean, so? You've been there. You know what we've gone through. You said it yourself, Vader. Us programs have a destiny to fulfill. You like to sugarcoat it as destiny, after all. Now, once this Lotus comes back, less charity and more trying to get a reward from all this. We made you to be bulky to look reliable, not to look like some chump that can be cheated. What's
Vader.
gotten into you?
Bug Vader, this is, or Vader specifically, this is odd to you. All this is very red flags, even to you. You try to get up. But Bug, something happens.
Spark.
Bug, Vader tries to control the body, but it fails.
Finally, I can relax. What the hell's going on?
Bug,
Why can't I?
Bug, you look around the room. As you do, you see the man from across the room staring directly over toward the two of you. As you do, you notice, as he's staring, looking down at your own body, you seem to notice through Vader's, honestly, through his bug report, which I didn't have you roll for before, you got a really good roll. You notice your body sparking. As this person's looking at you, you feel Vader's control slipping.
Do you have a problem, mister? Can I try to get up? Not Vader.
Bug can definitely get up.
He's going to get up.
Vader, you did not want to get up.
What the... Do you have a problem, mister? Perhaps we can talk it out. I'm not scaring you, am I?
Let's do this really quick. I wanna move this over here for a second. No reason. But let's do this. Perfect. Do you want to make your way over to him?
Yep. Slowly but surely.
You start walking over to him. He doesn't seem to take his eyes off of you. The closer you get to him, the more control you feel you have over the body, Bug.
He's going to do the thing where he slams his hand against the wall and looks straight into his eyes.
You slam your hand against the wall, Vader, and you feel no safety protocols activate from the copybot. You break a part of the wall.
Don't fuck with me. I'm not going to fall for this little game. It's clear something's going on here.
Vader, you feel yourself slipping.
No. Leave them alone. This isn't our problem. Let's find a... Shut up.
Lotus steps out from the back. I heard... She looks over at the wall that Vader seemed to have punched a hole through.
I'm sorry. Let's start over.
You got,
I want
you got
I
too
want-
close.
to know the truth now.
Vader,
Here's how.
you look forward as you begin to start fading, Vader. Keep going, Bug.
We're going to have this be simple. No more calmness, delightness. Don't worry, I'm finally myself. Unless you want me to find out what's going on here on my own, I suggest you start talking because it looks like, well, I am in a position to blackmail.
He's still thinking of blackmail. I love it.
He says that as he brushes his pinky against his neck as he slowly moves his hand back.
As you're saying that, she looks at you. You're not Bug Vader.
Not the one you knew, no. I'm the original. That was my UI.
This man walks towards you, Bug Vader.
I'm not hearing the truth coming from your lips. Do you not know your situation?
I'll tell you the truth.
Good.
He puts a hand out towards you. You must understand. He motions to the wall. The motions back to you. Things are complicated. Shall we speak alone?
Very well. Cooperate with me, and I may join your little game. If I find it interesting enough.
He starts walking to the back of the shop. Past Lotus. Do you want to follow? You feel as he gets further away from you, you feel your control slipping a little bit off of Vader.
As he approaches, kind of notices that, but tries to not show it. As he glares at Lotus. Oh. I see why he finds you so cute. Too bad he's gonna see your true nature by the end of this.
You step forward.
Step forward.
As you walk into a room, into the back of the store, Vader, you can do nothing but watch. As you step into this room, you look around the area, you find a very strange setup around here. Something that you try to commit to memory, but for some reason it seems very futile. But as soon as you step into the room, Lotus steps in with you.
Please stop this. We don't have to do this. Shh.
Bug,
It's okay.
that was a very low sound coming from him. And as soon as you walk into this room, this man parts his hair once more, stares towards you, and you can no longer hear Vader, even in the slightest.
What happened to him?
So you got corrupted data.
No!
And I have mentioned to you guys before that I made corrupted data specifically for Will.
I was gonna say, I was like, because I haven't gotten corrupted data. I got ghost data.
No. You got corrupted data.
And I want to
You've
point
also
out,
got ghost data.
I want to point
I
out to
believe.
you, the audience,
That
that this is the same.
Ghost info is the info of a things pass around and Navi. That's what Cross got.
No,
You
Cross
have
got
corrupt.
that.
You have corrupted data, which is a Navi who uses this is immediately seized by the DM and turns into a Darkloid due to environmental factors.
Well, I'm just remembering because the episode that happened and you referred to it as the ghost data.
Well, I referred to her as your ghost data, but
Yeah.
the card is called corrupted data.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Riot was a good choice.
So, Vader, we'll have to turn on your backup data soon, dude.
But everyone in the audience, I want to remind you of something. This is the same game that Bug was finally coming into his own and saying, "I want to catch up to Vader," and he has no idea what's going on right now.
You know what the
Well, here's that thing. Alan's gonna know that you went to the flower shop and then you died. So if he's not.
And because these are cover-up people, it's not going to be immediately obvious that it was this. He's going to think it was Lotus.
Possibly.
You guys have a lot of ideas, and it's funny. It's
Don't
funny.
worry, I'll go with the flow, man.
We'll get back to that as well. I did not expect you to get corrupted data without Bug, because honestly, if Bug was with you when you got corrupted data, having two bugs talk to each other would have been amazing.
Well,
Because legit, the bug that you've been playing the past couple of days has been the same bug that went through the Yome thing, which is why I said that he still kind of remembered things. So it's you've had two bugs for quite a while until you get the corrupted data card. But
this is the first time I finally get to have two sides of the development. This is great. I always like character developments, and some of my favorite characters are reflective ones, like how Caesar and JoJo is a good guy version of what happened to Dio if he took a different path. I love shit like that, especially in reverse, where this is Bug if he didn't give a shit about the emotional stuff going on.
well, now that this bug is out of the copybot too, Bug can potentially get in copybots with you.
Hooray!
But we'll talk about that at some other point. I was gonna have one last thing with Savannah. It's getting pretty late, but let's do the last little scene here. Let's do this last little scene.
Let's have the calm. Oh wait, we already had the calm before the storm.
Let's have the
right now
storm after the. Let's have the calm after the storm.
Yeah, you're gonna get a bit of my.
I don't think whatever happens with us is gonna be hopefully as bad.
I mean,
This can
that's
go
up to
south.
Savannah. That's up to
Look,
yours and Savannah.
I'm sorry, Squeaky. Since it's after the storm, you're gonna get a bit of my drill.
This can go bad too, but
That depends on yours and Savannah's roles. It's fine.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
guys make your way into the park. Upon doing so, that's the wrong one. Let's get that one away from here for now. Yay, thank you.
And I also love that I got to
There we
bring
go.
up the Destiny thing again, but it said.
Is that the correct one? I think there's one more. Ah, this is the one. Voop. Okay. Do-do-do. Do. Yome,
Yes.
you and Savannah make your way walking through the park. Upon doing so, Savannah seems to just kind of give a smile and like walk with you as she begins to like look around at the area. She's like, I can't take you to any sort of restaurants or things like that. I'm not really able to right now.
I do not need to eat anyway.
Yeah, but it's still nice, right? At least I
I
heard
guess
that's nice.
I guess it is interesting to enjoy other food. There are many different kinds. But it is not a requirement. I think I would be satisfied with almost anything. Despite the danger, I feel I would very much enjoy a walk in the park if it wasn't dangerous.
It's not dangerous in the slightest with me here.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell that to Alan, too. If there's anything you guys want me to do. Again, just like that thing you guys have at your house, right?
Mm-hmm.
I already said I'd help you out with that if you wanted me to.
Yes, I had told Alan about it, but he wasn't quite sure.
I'm pretty
He-
confident in my virus busting.
He
If there's something
does-
in there that was something that deleted you, I'd be mad at it too.
He almost wants to avoid it now until we can figure out what it is that's inside. We never really saw it for ourselves. Or at least Alan didn't.
Even without me operating him, she kind of like motions to his PET. Calibur's really good at defending himself. Because of the program that I attached to him, and the fact that he's, well, kind of got a one-track mind, all I gotta do is set him loose and he starts attacking viruses as fast as he can. There's not a ton they can do to stop him. He has his own ways to go about things. He'd only attack viruses that are a problem, but it's kind of interesting to just kind of let him go about things without me looking at him. She then looks over at the PT like, and he's fine, right? Yeah, okay, yeah, he's fine.
Hold on. Just look. Okay, just making sure the stream is still good.
Of course, it is good that you have confidence in Caliber. Again, I have just been told that it is very dangerous here at night. At least, in terms of the network. I do not know the entire risk